Hello, guys. Welcome to Charmed. Let me move my fan out of the way because I'm scared I'm going to blow people away. But welcome to the Charmed spoiler review for season 4, episode 11, where it was a good episode. It was a good episode. I got questions though. I have a lot of questions. So...
Don't let her lie to y'all. Great grandma is around the corner. That's what that is. She got questions. She got her broomstick and she got the torches in the
I got my torch right here.
She got
I'm gonna ask my first question of the evening before we jump into this situation. Is Jordan a white lighter, Kenny?
That's what they said, but we was told he wasn't.
Well, I mean, I thought the showrunner said he was not a white lighter. He was something else. Now, if he's a white lighter for the magical community and not a white lighter for the charm ones, that still does not mean he is not a, wait for it, white lighter. So please explain to me. These are the questions I'm putting in people's brains tonight. Please explain to me how Jordan is a white lighter. Everybody is calling him a white lighter. We only have 2 episodes left.
And I didn't never understand that. I was like, okay, they say he's not a white lighter. We always thought he was a white lighter-esque healer. He can't orb. He can't he can't recite spells. He can't do anything else. All he can basically do is heal. So is he white lighter-esque? And they're just, putting it out there he's a white lighter? Because we all know because he even said he don't know what the hell he is. Or is
look, it's just like I've been saying in my mixed genetic stuff. Somebody told him he was a white lighter. Just like they tell us what we are. That's how he's a white lighter. It's like, hey, Jordan, what are you? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. You're a white lighter. I'm a white lighter. That's exactly what that was. That's exactly how that went down.
And then what makes it so bad, I guess since Harry is no longer a white lighter, he's a necro lighter. Jordan got to be the white lighter now.
True.
So
I just had to put it out there that the showrunners said that Jordan was not going to be a white lighter. So that's our first question of the evening. Please, guys, I'm not looking at the comments, but please let me know what you think when I hit that chat.
I'll watch you.
So, number 2. I got more questions. So, the Book of Shadows.
I knew you were going to say that because I said the same damn thing.
So anybody can use this book. I could go pick the Book of Shadows up right now and be like, hey, how do I make myself a millionaire tomorrow without personal consequences? And it will just flip to a spell. Because the Book of Shadows. Now, I will say, if the Lost One possessed the book, because, we did see when Jordan and Harry were taking, the Lost One out of the Unity Bowl, the essence of the Lost One, it did possess the Book of Shadows and create the spell to recreate the Unity Bowl. And now that we know that the Lost One was an original Charmed one, I guess if I'm going to play devil's advocate, I could say, okay, well, maybe she's possessed the book, and that's why the Unseen are able to use it without any problem. Because she's in the book. Now, I just need to have that clarity because, again, I still like this season a hell of a lot more than seasons 2 and 3. But as a reviewer, I'm not going to give people passes on it. So I need you to explain the behavior to me. So Angry Grandma has not gotten to the surface. But Mama Maria
is here. You just don't want her to be there yet.
No, Mama Maria is here. Mama Maria is going to ask questions first before I go get the switch off the tree. So I need to know, why is it so easy for people to use the Book of Shadows? Why is it so easy for people to just be in the command center? I need to understand what are the actual limitations that other magical beings and humans have. I'm throwing humans in there too, just to, just in case. Which I guess
well, we got to remember Vivian ended up in the command center.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, I think Baby Swan's gonna walk down the damn stairs and be like, "Oh, what's this book?" Cast a spell. So I'm like, it's so easy to use magic in this world, and I just need to understand why. So that's my second one. I have to ask this question.
Well, to be fair, nobody knew this was going to be the series finale, so maybe they were going to clean that up in season 5. So to be fair, nobody knew it was going to get canceled while Riverdale and Stargirl was still on. But
Riverdale actually got canceled too, I heard. So
next year.
Yeah. So let's go on to number 3 because I have another. Come on, guys. So, and we are going to jump into what we did like, but I just got to ask these questions. This is something I do not understand as a woman, as a minority in this world. So if I'm deciding I'm going to leave and live my best life away from my pseudo sisters, which I'll talk about that in a sec, and I just get in my magical school bus and I'm just driving back to Philadelphia, and then I think I hit this woman who's just haul ass in the street. And then I get out of said bus and can't find her. But then, of course, my phone's drained a battery. All of a sudden, my engine's smoking. I'm a mechanic. I check her everything. One of the things she said was very interesting to me. And that is this. Where are my tools? And so she's looking around for these tools. And in my mind, I'm like, bitch, just draw what you need. I'm like, you don't have to carry anything. You don't have to own a shiz in your life, Kayla. If you want it, it shall come. Draw it in that damn sketchbook. So I don't understand that. But, I'm nitpicking. But I thought that was really interesting. Because my first one, this would have been me. My bus isn't working. Perfect engine I drawn, or my tools are missing. I'm gonna draw this right here. This wrench, this one. I got a 2-inch, 6-inch. Okay, I got all of it. I got a whole tool set right now in seconds. And she's like, and so it was like, so that's a nitpick. I just had to put that out there. Number 4.
That was 3.
No, that was 3.
No, I thought it was 3.
Oh, you want 3? Okay, so number 4. The stem cells make you relatives. So I'm just curious about this. Again, my mother died from leukemia. I was a caretaker to somebody with leukemia. I've had leukemia actually throughout my family on my mother's side. So out of 9 siblings, 7 of them had leukemia, which is unheard of. It's not hereditary. Unfortunately, they did not do stem cell replacement. They did do bone marrow, but they did not do stem cells because we didn't have that back when my mother passed in 2008. But it just makes me wonder if somebody had donated stem cells to my mother, like somebody my age, would that mean I have a sister now? I'm just curious how that works because I don't think that's how that works genetically. I don't think you donating stem cells makes me and you relatives.
Well, in our case, it probably would.
But I'm throwing it out there. And then the only other reason I'm stressing this is because in the episode, we learned that the original charm ones weren't even sisters. So the sisterhood it doesn't make sense. It should have been the girlfriends, the BFFs, the co-workers. The charm ones were co-workers, guys. The original charm ones were co-workers. Okay.
They didn't even like each other. They didn't even know each other.
When the battle was over, peaced out until they did what they did. So I'm gonna have more questions, but I put that in there because had to do it. So the episode opens up with Dev's funeral. Very beautiful. We got Jordan singing on his piano. Man was rock. Man, I'm telling you. Jordan just, you know what? Jordan could have just started singing that whole damn episode, and I would have been cool with that. Just keep doing it.
Now I want to say lines. Now I want to say this before you get started. Did you know the irony in the whole song that he was singing?
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just me.
It's It's not a wonderful world. Absolutely. But I really feel like he just could have started singing all of his lines. Just like never open your mouth. You could be the singing lighter. I'd be cool with that. That I'm telling you that when I was like, I'm like, please let this extend. Now I knew his actor in real life, is actually a musical theater actor, and he's done tons of musicals. He's very well known and off and on Broadway. So I know that this is what he does. So it wasn't shocked, but it was just a very beautiful rendition, and I love that they got somebody who could sing his ass off to actually pay homage to somebody who could sing his ass off. So,
I was crying. I was like, damn, no.
Yeah. I was like, I'm cool with that. But then we get to while this is all happening, we got the unseen talking to the book. Show me how to bring the lava back and unify the people. And it's like, and I'm like, oh my God, the book is now Google. That's literally what it is. Book of Shadows is the damn Google search. So whatever. It is what it is. Josefina's name was dropped in this episode. Apparently she was supposed to be there, but she was running late. Now, I don't think Dev ever met Josefina. I'm pretty damn sure the only interaction Josefina has had with Kayla is, when her arm got ripped off by Maggie. And, so she, not really long. I mean, unless they have some stuff going on that's off screen. I don't know. But they name dropped Josefina. And then why would Josefina be late to a funeral? That's kind of unlike her unless she's possessed or unconscious. So that's really weird. So hopefully we see her in the next 2 episodes because quite frankly, we don't have much left. So I was disappointed that we did not get to see Josefina. So that's just me. Now Kayla is reacting the way I think anybody who was not really raised around sisters would actually react. And she's like, look, bitches, I'm in my feelings. You are crowding me and you need to back up. And she went from last week saying, oh, we're sisters to, I'm not your sister. You guys are charm ones. I'm not even a real charm one. I'm only a charm one because your sister damn stem cells. I'm like, she was in her feelings. And Mel and Maggie were like, we understand, how you feel. We lost Macy, but we're still charm ones. We got work to do. And she's like, are you ever kidding me? I'm like, no.
But that is so true.
That is true. It is true.
Just because you lost somebody, we don't have time. We don't have that privilege to basically grieve our eyes out. We don't have the time to cry because we got to fight somebody. Yep. Once you fight, and we get that out the way, then you got your chance to grieve. But we don't have that option.
And so Michaela, and I'm calling her Michaela because we don't have much time. Michaela was like, let me explain how this works. To hell I do. I'm out. So she blew her own candle out and left. and then Mel took that whole thing with Ruby to heart. Where Ruby was like, it's so hard to be with you because it's all about you, biatch. So see, Maggie's like, we need to find the book, and we have a lead, we need to go. And Mel's like, right now? Now remember, Mel was just telling Kayla that they need to hurry it up and fight and go get the book. And now she's like, but Roxy's here now.
But see, this is the problem that I had with Mel. Why is her box so damn hot? I mean, you got the world the world is about to damn end. And your sister is telling you we need to find the Book of Shadows. Well, it could be a dead end. Dead end. Why would Chloe tell you it was a dead end? You know this is a fairy. She has eyes around in the magical world. Why the hell would that happen? You just wanted your hot box to be up there with damn Roxy.
Well, to be fair, they only had sex probably twice. And she already pointed out by actually slut-shaming her sister, by the way, that she had sex with Jordan 4 times the other day.
Another ironic situation, right?
What? You just air it out for everybody to hear. Roxy's in the background like, I'm not in this. I'm not getting this mess. You had to feel really bad for Roxy in this episode because she kept looking at the clock and she knew. By midnight, she's got to go to sleep for 7 years. Mel, she does not tell Mel this. She doesn't want to tell Mel this. I get it. Hell, she was traumatized, by Camilla. She was just like, I'll be here when you get back, baby. And then peace, I'm out. She couldn't handle it anymore. So she doesn't want to put herself in that situation again with Mel. But now that they're dating, they just started dating. And then when she wakes up, Mel's going to be 7 years older because Mel's not immortal.
Yeah. Unless she, if she uses her time powers to go back to the day that, Roxy went into the coffin, and she comes back and she looks like she never aged a day.
Well, my problem with that would be Mel doesn't have that type of power or control over that power yet. So she could send her clothes back 7 years, but she can't send herself. So, I mean, these are some nude shots I took while you were away. I don't know, but all I know is that Mel doesn't have that clout. She just doesn't. She doesn't. So I felt really bad, and Roxy actually wanting to spend time with Mel. It's so bad that we finally have somebody potentially who could be good for Mel. And I love how she talks to her, by the way. It's very convenient. It's very, to me, as a queer lady, I don't like doing the tropes, but it's very clear to me who the bottom and the top are in that relationship. And Roxy is absolute top. So I love how she talks to Mel. But I felt bad. I felt really bad for her this whole episode. And so I'm going to stick with them for a minute because they had like a tiny little side story. So there's this musical group. I guess they're like tick or flea demons or something. Magical fleas or something. I don't know.
I didn't know what the hell they were.
They're called the Bebops, and they perform. They can basically do any type of music. And they live in this painting that's kind of like a lot. Think Harry Potter. It's a Harry Potter moving. And when Roxy was going to find them, they weren't in. I guess they weren't in their cage. I mean, it's confusing. But long story short, Mel agrees to help Roxy find the missing band, and so to do this, they had to do. I think it was a drink me potion.
Yes.
So they had to do Alice in Wonderland.
I was just going to say it was Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. It was
Alice in Wonderland, I was like, right, rabbit, here we go. And so I love when she suggested that. And Roxy's like, this is a mess. Like,
and then did you hear that voice? Doesn't supposed to feel like that.
So I love the way she looked at her, and she was like, she rolled her eyes a little bit. You have to go back and look. I had to freeze frame it when she's like, we're gonna use Dreamy Post. She's like, oh hell no.
Oh yeah, because Mel did say, she was like, you know what Dreamy Potion is? Yes, I know what it is. And she had like an attitude when she said it. Because
she knows, and she's like, and Mel's like, trust me. Basically, to summarize, we'll just say Mel says, what could go wrong? And Roxy's like, yeah, you said that last time.
I know,
like,
right?
Everything could go wrong.
The whole 1927 situation. Or was it 1927 or 1929? It was that whole situation. She had to bring it. And I'm glad somebody brings up Mel faults and everything that she's done that's wrong.
Well, I mean, I love the fact that the Iron Maiden now is like the Iron Softy. the Softy Maiden.
I forgot to talk about that part. I was trying to hurry up because I knew he was getting ready to go live. So I was like, dang.
Now you were just like, oh, Maria's going to be in her feelings, angry grandma.
I sure did. I said angry grandma is probably sitting under the call waiting for me to go live so she can cuss all of them out.
Like I said, I like the episode, but if I don't like something, even if I enjoyed this whole episode, I'm gonna point it out. I'm not one of those reviewers that plays those games. I'm sorry. If you think that's what it is, you on the wrong channel. Just saying. So, long story short, they find Lloyd, an injured band member, and apparently, he's an unseen. Because the reason
wait. Oh, I thought we was talking about what's his name? The guy Dennis. He was dead. Because I was thinking I thought he was dead.
No, Lloyd is the one. Lloyd was one of the Bebops, I guess is their name.
Okay.
And he killed his partner, Pippa.
Yeah.
Because she didn't want to go along with what the Unseen were doing, and he Sonny got to him basically. But when they first showed up, he's like, "Oh, Roxy, what are you doing here?" And she's like, "Oh, drink me potion." She's like, benefits of dating a witch or whatever, probably, courtesy of dating a witch. She didn't say benefits. And then he looks and is like, "You're sleeping with the enemy?" I was like, "Oh Lord."
Oh, and you saw how Harry just popped up out of nowhere in that whole scene.
Oh no, we're gonna get to Harry last. All right, you know what? So anyway, Mel and Roxy. Mel figures out he's one of the unseen when he grabs a drink me potion. Now, how it works is you drink a little bit, you think about what size you want to be, and then you become that size, and then you drink it again and think your way back to normal. Now, my problem with, and I'm just gonna put this out here, this is a nitpick. How many times have we seen people like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids or little tiny people not be able to climb up that long? It should have taken them days to climb up that damn thing to get to.
Well, I don't think they had days. I think Mel had another potion handy.
We never saw that. We saw Roxy climbing up that thing and helping her up on that thing. This should have taken them.
Roxy do have powers too, so we got to remember she got powers too.
He does, but I mean, even still, I'm telling you, even still. If I'm going by what it looked like, no way in hell they got up there that damn fast. No way in hell. Well, like that should have been Mount Everest for them, as far as they knew. No, sir, ain't buying that. So for me, it would have been greater if we had Aladdin's damn magic carpet. Roxy's like, I got a flying carpet. We can ride on this motherfucker and get up. No. But they got up there. So I mean, it is what it is. I have to suspend my disbelief a lot in this show, regardless of the season. It's just what it is. Just what it is.
Oh my goodness!
That comment right there is gonna get like 5 dislikes on this video. Just letting you know, because I got some people that get really in their feelings when I say anything negative about Charmed and some of the other shows. So they're gonna be like, "Wow, why are you saying that? Nitpicking everything?" Because that's what I do as a reviewer. Review
as a reviewer.
I am reviewing it. I'm not just recapping a show. I'm not going to do that.
You have to. I mean, I recap and give you my opinion at the same time. So I technically review and recap at the same time because you would get my rawest and because I let Maria keep going because I got some stuff I had to talk about, but we'll keep going.
I mean, it's okay. We're gonna get to you. All right. So let's leave Roxy and Mel and
Mel's hot box.
And her hot box, apparently. Obviously Maggie's hot box is cooled down because she did it 4 times the previous day, so she don't need any right now. So let's jump into Maggie. Maggie was having epiphanies that were very healthy for her, but at very weird times. So hear me out.
Because I agree with what you're about to say, because this was not the time for you to have those kind of epiphanies when your life is in danger, not just your life, but the whole world lives are in danger.
Yeah. I mean, because you don't have time. So I'm just going to break this down. Okay. So Chloe, who for some reason is pixie high, that girl is high.
I said the same damn thing. I said, I wonder what kind of drugs.
She's on something. She's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, even Mel's looking at her like, what's this bitch on? But anyway, her other sister, which we didn't know about, Daphne, is missing. And she left a message that was very weird. Basically, she joined the unseen. I'm like, and so she goes to Jordan because as she's put, she is not going to the Charmed One. She's going to her White Light, the magical world's White Lighter. So they have adopted Jordan without telling Jordan. Jordan even applied for this job. That he is the magical world's White Lighter.
And you saw how he looked when she said, "Oh, we came to the we're not here for the Charmed Ones. We're here for the world for the magical world's White Lighter." He's like, "What?"
Yeah, he was like, wait, and then he was like, "Oh, really cool. I never thought of it that way, but I will put that on my resume."
And he took it as soon as she said it, he took it, and it was a badge of honor.
Well, you know what? It's going to be on his magical LinkedIn tomorrow morning. So, so he's like, "We need to go find Maggie." So even though she's like, "I didn't come for the Charmed Ones, I came for you," he's like, "Well, I'm going to the Charmed Ones." He went to Maggie and he showed Maggie what was going on, and so. Because Maggie could not get help from Mel because, again, Mel in her hot box apparently are with Roxy, and she went back to the house.
You saw how she just threw her box at Roxy. I mean, the world is in danger.
I mean, look. Let me tell you something.
I mean, I know you would too, but the point is, the world is in danger. Roxy don't have that much time, but the world is in danger, and the charm ones are needed. We don't have time for you to get your oil changed in your hot box.
What's the alternative? Popping out babies left and right like your mama? I'm just putting it out there. But
Marisol is a hoe. I mean,
it's so sad. Hashtag justice for Marisol. But no, I feel like I get what you're saying, and I agree. In terms of this plot, I agree with a lot of stuff in regards to doing your job. But I think Ruby messed her up because she's like, you made it all about you. And for Mel, she's like, she's always extreme one way or the other. There's no gray area. So she's like, I lost my last relationship because I put my role as being a charm one and my obsession for making potions and my obsession for having my powers back and my obsession for having powers above my relationship. And I don't want to do that again. So that's where Mel was. Mel's like, look, I don't know how Roxy is in bed, but she must have left an impression because Mel was like, I'm holding on to this one.
You see?
So
now look, I'm just gonna have to say, we know when Mel does go back to see Roxy and find out that she's in the coffin, she's probably gonna, SA her while she's in the coffin.
Oh Lord, I hope not. I hope not.
I'm just saying that.
I got a dairy-free treat from my spouse because my spouse loves me very much and knows that I've had a rough night.
Oh yeah, we know. Trust me.
You just got to ignore what I'm doing while I'm
Did
talking
you
to
get
you
my
guys.
message? Did you get my message?
I saw your damn shrimp and your damn French fries. I saw what you were doing. Don't let Kenny fool you guys. Kenny's out of his mind. It is what it is. All right, so let's get back to Maggie because we have way too much fun on this channel. We need to get at least through the recap so we can do our personal opinions. So, okay, Maggie decides to do this spell. Now, first of all, I was proud of my girl because she was speaking a little tiny bit of Spanish. And nobody was there to help her. And I don't know if this, I kind of feel like this is one of the few times we've ever seen her take the initiative to say anything in Spanish. So I was proud. There was a moment of pride for me in a way because her actress is not Latina.
She's not Latina.
So yeah, I was actually very impressed that she decided to go ahead and move forward with that. Now, the spell that she did, I'm trying to remember. I had to write it down because when we got to the lore of the charm ones, everything else started going out of my head. So I had to really quickly start writing stuff down because I felt like if I didn't, it's called a flip side spell. So I felt like I would forget it. So she uses this thing called a flip side spell. Now, what the flip side spell does is allows you to go into somebody's memory in a very effing weird way.
Yes.
It makes a hole in the ground and you jump through it and then you're literally in the memory.
I thought that was gonna happen to Roxy when she when she goes under for 7 years. I'm just saying.
And maybe that's what Mel's gonna do to go see her. I don't know. Look, we gotta leave Mel and Roxy alone for a minute. You're gonna have me talking about them all night. So all right, so she does the spell and she legitly and this is how I knew it was going to go wrong. Because anytime somebody says something like this, you already know what's going to happen. It's like you literally have cursed yourself. You have caused yourself to have this destiny. It's a foreshadowing situation. So she told Jordan, which is also a foreshadowing of their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
She gives him this rope. A rope Chloe thought was this magical rope that I guess
that tickled
down.
Me.
She's like, was that passed down like through generations? And Maggie's like, no, it's a rope. So Jordan ties it around, and so she jumps through this hole, and she's going into Daphne's memory. So she goes to the hole, but right before she jumps in the hole, she tells Jordan, if something happens, I could be stuck in there forever with no way out. So no matter what happens, don't let go of this rope. Do not let me go. And Jordan says, never. So he was talking about the relationship right there. I don't know if she got that or not. She was talking about the damn rope. So, she jumps through the hole And she's wearing this. I'm pretty sure they got this dress from when she was on The Descendants.
And I was gonna say, you notice she's the one that gets all the costumes like Phoebe did.
Because she's a Disney princess. I mean, it makes sense. Like seriously, she was in Descendants. So I mean, they're probably like, hey, you still got your costumes at home? She's like, yeah, free costume work. But so she's walking around in this pink, flippy, princessy, kind of gothy looking dress.
And it was ugly.
It really was. I did not like it. I'm sorry if you guys like that dress. I mean, I would have met her. I'd probably liked her in like steampunk. And that really cool. I mean, I did not like it. I was like, she looked like she should be sitting on top of somebody's birthday cake. I just did not like it.
That's what she looked like.
But you know, she's pretty. But I'm just saying that
the dress
there was something about that dress. It was just not right. So, but anyway, that's just my opinion. Don't hate on me. That's just what I believe. So, long story short, she starts witnessing little Daphne is at Annie's grave. That's a sister that was that we saw die. I think it was either in episode 1 or 2 of the season where she was going to get her wings, but she made a deal with the tally man and she ended up getting like demonic wings.
I think it was episode 2.
Yeah, and then she ended up saying who did it, and it killed her because you're not allowed to say it. So, you know, pretty much contingency plan was to kill people so they couldn't talk about the tally man. You know, it's like Vegas, whatever happens there stays there. So she died. And so she was like, Daphne was completely distraught. She's like, no matter what, she's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't get up every day and not hear your voice. And then all of a sudden, Annie.
But wait before you say anything, I have to say this. She says she wakes up being lonely, but you got a whole ass other sister over here.
Well, we've already learned that sisterhood doesn't matter in the show anymore. It don't matter. Sisterhood don't matter. Hashtag co-workers forever.
Because when she said that, I was like, bitch, you got a whole other sister over here. And you talking about you can't wake up lonely every day. What? I mean, we know Chloe's on drugs. We don't know what kind of drugs, but we know she's on drugs. But that's still your sister.
She's on some good stuff too. I don't know what's going on with her. But so yeah. But what's interesting is that we know now that the lost one was using Annie's body to convince little gullible, grief-stricken Daphne to join the unseen to help resurrect her, basically. But what's so messed up is that even though this is a memory, Maggie says it was the lost one. And Annie turns around and looks at her and says, why are you here? So like in real time, and then like literally cuts the rope. So now Maggie is stuck. Now she had the foresight because, you know, I don't know why she doesn't use premonitions anymore. I don't know why she doesn't do a premonition. That is another nitpick that I have, because for her to be able to do this spell, she needed something from Daphne, and she got this rainbow. Was it Rainbow Sparkle? It's a My Little Pony. It's a My Little Pony gloss, basically. Instead of using it to get a premonition, which I know people will say, well, yeah, but that's the future. But we're looking for her. So we have this item. She should have been able to see where Daphne was now in real time without having to show off this spell, the flip side spell. Right. And therefore, this was not done to find Daphne. This is my perspective. This was done to put a focus on Jordan and Maggie's relationship. Period. All of these are analogies that played out in their relationship. So just putting it out there. This is why we had this, because it would have been easier. It took 5 seconds for her to try and get a premonition where this girl was. So
yeah, because I'm going to say not a premonition. Yeah, because I'm going to say, I mean, it took them. They had to use the power of 3 for her to get a damn strong premonition with the tally man. So why not just use it again? Where have we seen the power of 3?
I mean, Book of Shadows. So this is where it gets interesting. Because what Maggie was saying is absolutely true, but it's her timing that sucks.
That sucks very.
Like in a hole. So Jordan's like, "I'm coming down to get you." No, and he's like, "No, Jordan, stay up there." He's like, "No, I'm gonna get there." She's like, "You're gonna be trapped with me." He's like, "Well, at least we'll be together." And she's like, "No,
you have to stop
doing this. We have to stop doing this. It's unhealthy. We have this unhealthy codependency. So basically, I need to save myself."
I'm like, bitch, really? But but you know what? To be honest, this is another nitpick. If Jordan would have jumped down there, they would have been stuck.
Uh-uh.
Jordan came forward.
But she can fly. She just would have flown him out.
How? Well, we
How
know
she got-
how
how she
now.
got out of the damn
We know.
hole?
I was going to say we know now, but I'm just saying back then, if they would have never thought about it.
Okay, so this is my logic here. First of all, she's absolutely right because Jordan is just as codependent on her as she is on him. He's just more. Unfortunately, he just found himself in this role, which is not fair for Jordan. Jordan was put in a position of being their guidance counselor in seasons 2 and 3. And now you're like, hey, I need you to stop doing what you've excelled at and that we had you do all this time. So, I mean, the conversation about Jordan and the codependency and not it being unhealthy does not stop at Maggie. It's all of them. Like, all of them do this to him. So, I mean, that should have been a group discussion, not just a Maggie and Jordan discussion.
Because
just throwing it out there.
Because Harry is no longer around. Harry's always on his little, escapades. Since Macy is no longer around, he don't want to be their white lighter. Well,
he's doing his Macy grief tour. He's touring out of
and he's not even a white lighter anymore, so he doesn't even want to help them.
Nope.
Did you hear what Mel and Maggie asked him? Are you coming? No, I got somewhere else to be. Bitch. We know you before you even knew our sister Macy. So
he is no longer their white lighter. He's not.
No, he knows that, but
he's their friend. He was going to be their brother-in-law and probably their housemate, which I still don't know where the hell he's sleeping. I guess he's sleeping in Macy's room. But no, he gets his own side stuff because he has no purpose. Like, he really has no purpose other than being a necro lighter, which I'm not. Let me just.
We don't even know how.
We can't talk about Harry right now. We're going back to Maggie.
Let's keep going.
So Maggie, made this really mature and healthy choice for herself
at the wrong time.
At the wrong damn time. It would be like, hear me out, guys, because I know you understand what I'm saying if I put it in this perspective for you. Okay. So we're in a horror movie, right? Everybody's dead. We're down to the last 2-3 people. We have a guy
and a girl.
And then maybe one other expendable character that's just standing there because, we had to put Daphne in the mix. And the main girl who's dating the guy, but they're having issues, but they're trying to get away from a killer, falls down a little hole. And he has a rope. And he's like, the killer is coming. And she's like, I know, but we need to stop doing this because it's not healthy. I feel like I'm relying on you too much and you're relying on me, and we need to fix our relationship. And he's like, but the killer's coming. And she's like, I need you to understand this. And he's like, if that's what you want, don't worry. I'll find a way of getting myself out of the hole.
But she dies in the process.
And in this reality, she's dead. I'm like, so it's like, why are you doing this? Like,
oh my God. I love that. I love that. I love your explanation of that. That was hilarious.
I gotta give it something to relate to because
but actually, what I was gonna
getting their feelings.
Well, I was thought you were gonna go with, the guy and the girl would have had sex right in the middle as the killer was coming down the walkway, and they're just getting into it. And
that would be more Mel. That would be Mel and Roxy's storyline in the horror movie. So that's a whole different conversation. But all right. So. But she did end up saving herself rather intelligently because she had the foresight, once again, to use these earpieces that she got from her dad, conveniently, because his friend, who we now know is probably Nico, is with the CIA.
Oh, not probably. It is Nico. Remember?
Now, I'm curious to know why or how Nico's with the CIA. That's all. That interests me right away. I'm like, we
got to remember because of the storyline. Remember when Mel changed time and Nico did not go to she didn't get up to go to the school. She never left Greta, so
she became a private eye. But she did not go on the training to be CIA unless they
that
recruited her.
But see, that's what I was going to say. That's probably a time continuum that probably happened because of that. It was probably a ripple in time that happened because of that.
I will accept that something magical potentially happened, but I mean, just think about this. This woman is probably still trying to live her life now in Hilltown or back with Greta. Why would the CIA be like, we see something in you in this tiny ass little town we never heard of? Because because it don't make any sense.
Did you have to say it like that? Did you have to say this little town we never heard of?
Am I lying? No.
Oh, you're not steal. It's just a fact.
I'm spewing facts here. I'm just saying. So what was it about Nico that made them recruit her into the CIA? I'm just curious.
Well, maybe she got a little magical powers. Maybe she kind of, spilled the beans on the charmed ones.
She wouldn't do that. No, she still thinks that she's going to get the honeypot back. So,
child,
literally helping Ray. She's helping Ray because of Mel. Come on. I mean, her competition is going to be asleep for 7 years, but we're never going to get this because we don't have any more series. So anyway. Basically, Maggie figures out by talking to Chloe. She asked Chloe, she's like, Chloe, how do your wings come out? And Chloe's like, oh, that's very personal. And I'm like, what, are you masturbating?
Bitch. We were like, oh my God.
And then she's like, no, I'm going to touch your sister, which actually wasn't helping the cause. And I'm going to mimic her power, basically, which is very smart. And Chloe's like, oh, well, why didn't you just say that? She's like, okay, so just meditate, close your eyes, and then think nice thoughts, and just feel like you're floating. And it's like, and Maggie's like, okay. So then she takes the power, mimics the power, and then she closes her eyes. And at first she sees Macy, and she's getting sad, but then she starts seeing Kayla.
And starts
getting happy, and I'm like, "Wow, bye, Macy." and then she grows these wings that have to color coordinate with her dress and flies out of the hole, basically.
I was like, wow.
I'm like, okay, that happened.
I would have thought she would have smiled because of Macy, but she started getting sad, and then she saw Kayla. I was like, but that's not your sister. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Stem cells. Because we're going to have to talk about that.
I'm going to research the hell out of stem cells now. You know that, right? I'm going to research the hell out of it. I'm going to talk to all my friends that work in the medical field. And I'm research. I'm like, hey, if I got a donation of stem cells from somebody, are we now related? I need to know. Well, I need to know. Can I call them my siblings? Can I show up at their house at the family reunion? I want to know. Because I feel like I should be able to now. Because this is what I've learned. So, just putting it out there. All right. So, let's leave Maggie and Jordan. Because we'll have more to talk about with them in a second. When we do our opinions. So, let's jump over to Harry.
Oh, God.
And Diana. Now, I like Diana.
No, Harry got on my nerves. And you continue on because you got to set it up. But Harry got on my damn nerves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's been a little toggle prick. So, Diana hit him over the head with a flashlight. And he was like, you hit me with a flashlight. And she's like, but I took the batteries out. I was like, and he's like, oh. He was like, oh, okay, heifer. But basically, when she's like, look, and I get it. She doesn't want to be stuck in Supernatural Blockbuster. I get this. Nobody wants to be. They're VHS tapes.
But see, the thing is, she's telling Harry all of this information that he needs to know. Mm-hmm. All of this stuff is stemming with what's going on at this particular time. It's not like this is about to happen 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks later, maybe 5 years in the future. It's going on now.
Currently.
She's telling him what is going on, and this happens to deal with your world and my world. I don't know how, but because it was another charmed one that created that whole place. At first, I thought
everyone thinks it's Phoebe. I know that. I mean, I haven't looked at our comment section though, but as soon as they said that and they talked about powerful permission, I'm like, oh, okay, they think Phoebe.
I thought it was. I thought it would have been Phoebe too, but I was like, but Phoebe's premonitions had never been that strong. Have they?
Because we don't know it. We don't know what point. We have no idea what the timeline is for her.
We don't. Yeah, and then why she's there? Well, okay.
Well, the bigger question is, why is Diana their white lighter?
That's what I was going to say. Because
was Leo dead? I mean, I don't know.
What I mean, he was mortal now, so and he never got his power back. And then in the comic, I don't even think he got his powers back.
Now, what people are forgetting is that Piper had 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Her third kid was Melinda
Mm-hmm.
Hallowell. So she could have premonition power. I don't remember what her power is, but you know, quite frankly, Diana could have been the white lighter for their world version of the Charmed Ones.
Right.
Because now we know that we are dealing with the Charmed multiverse. Because Doctor Strange really effed some stuff up. Because I mean, it's even affecting Charmed at this point. So, I'm like, so,
because that's what. See, this is the problem that I had with Harry. She's giving him all this information to take back to his Charmed Ones, even though he's no longer their white lighter. This bastard cutting the ropes, about to hit her with the damn hit her with the blockbuster card or what was it, the flashlight or something.
Blockbuster card.
And he ran out of there when she's trying to tell him what the fuck is going on. I'm like, really?
Well, no, that's not the worst part. Because he's been effing up all season. So he didn't tell them about Dexter. No. He wasn't going to tell them about being a necro lighter.
No.
He has not told them about what's going on with the supernatural blockbuster or with the white lighter, Diana. He's not telling the Charmed One shit. He's not telling them anything.
And see, this stuff could help them.
Yep.
This stuff could help them, and he ain't saying shit. He's running around acting like she said an entitled prick, which I would have. If I was Diana, I would have hit him more than once with that damn flashlight, but I would have put the batteries back in.
Yeah, he's acting like because the love of his life died, he doesn't have to care about anything else. And right now he's just going through the motions. And so he's like, yeah, I mean, I don't want you guys to die, but I don't want to put any effort to keep you alive either. So, you know, I'm going to go do me, you do you. And that's bad. Yeah, because he doesn't share information. They are always in the dark about what's going on. And so it made me mad because when we talk about Kayla, she gave him some props about him being a good teacher. I'm like, he trained you for 24 hours.
He almost killed you in a simulation. Well, he did kill you in the simulation.
Yeah, well, no, he was gonna drug her. Remember? And then he chose to follow another path because Roxy gave him an option. And so, like, I don't know. Like I said, Harry's been getting on my nerves a lot this season. So, all right. So we're gonna leave him alone for right now. And go into Kayla. So Kayla called Bryn because of course she did. And she's like, I need to talk to somebody who's basically my ride or die, somebody who actually understands me and knows me. I'm like, wow, slap in the face to the other girls, be living outside in your bus rent free, using the facilities.
I know, right? And then they open their heart and their souls to you after losing their own, their oldest sister, who they only known for 3 damn years. Mm-hmm. Slap in the face.
I was like, wow. Well, she was gone. Well, she was like, I'm out. And so, of course, when she's driving, she runs into a very interesting character, which I already said she hit somebody. Mm-hmm. She sees this woman standing in the street, which was really funny, by the way.
It was.
It was really funny.
I thought it was Brian at first. Because I thought she manifested Brian because, she was talking to her. Trying to talk to her, and I thought when the phone went dead, I thought it was Brian standing in the middle of the street because I thought she probably manifested her, not knowing that she didn't need anything to write. Because you remember how we talked about how her powers may expand, and she may not, need to write down. She could think about who she want and they pop up. That's what I thought. But then when she hit the person, it was gone. I was like.
Yeah, I've seen horror movies like that too. You hit somebody, get out of the bus. I was pulling her POC card. I'm like, that's not what you do. You don't do that. How about How about you dry yourself?
But you know what? But the bad thing about it is the bus ended up, messing up. So yeah, we could have took the POC card at that point, but she would have been stuck on the bus all damn night in the middle of nowhere. That would have been even. Oh wait, I forgot. No. She can manifest.
She can manifest. She can draw herself going back to Paris or wherever the hell else she wants to go. She never had to take her bus. She could have drawn Philly.
Oh my goodness,
she could have been at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's house, hanging out with Will. She could have been anywhere. So no, like I said, I don't understand her abilities. I thought I had a handle on it. I don't. Or better yet, maybe I do and she doesn't. I don't know. But anyway, so we are introduced to one of the first Charmed Ones, Ishani. And
I like
Ashani
her.
she's a
I
ball
love
of
her.
energy. I love her. She's
I
absolutely
love
adorable.
her.
I love her because she did something that I never thought of. Well, I guess a charm one would do it if you really think about it. She drugged Kayla's ass. And she said, she's like, because you're stubborn. And so unlike other charm ones, I don't waste time with all that. So I knew what you wanted. You wanted these banana fritters, like the ones your mom made, and I drugged them. And I love how she said it. She's like, oh, they're really good. I'm glad. I mean,
and then you saw how Kayla spit it out, and then when she said, "Oh, we got maybe 11 seconds before it takes effect." And then Kayla said, "When I come back, we're gonna have a talk about consent." I said, "Hold on, Kayla. No. Let's talk about consent right here because I had to pull her damn card in my review. I said, look, bitch, I can see if she put you to damn sleep and shoved it down your damn throat. That's unconsensual. But when you took the damn banana bread, put it in your mouth, and you ate it, that's consent. Even though you didn't know what was in it until after she said it, but it was still consent because you took it."
Well, maybe she's like, I did not consent to you drugging me. So maybe that's what her point was. I think that's
what the point was, but they won't see it like that in the court of law.
You already know the charm ones have different sets of rules. Why are you not understanding this, Kenny?
I don't
know this. So that's why she should never doubt that she's not a true charm one because it's true. So, but Ashani was like, I want you to see. I'm gonna, I know me sitting here talking to you is just wasting my breath. So I drugged your ass so you can see it. That's basically it. And the kid was like, okay, but when we're done, I'm like, no, you're not. What are you gonna do to the original charm one? I'm like, nothing. Not a damn thing. You can do. So, to be fair though, it's like having a roofie or a date rate job. You don't drug wpeople. So I get why Kayla.
I get what she was saying, but it was still consent because regardless whether you knew it was
she consented to sitting in the middle of the street with a magical picnic eating banana fritters. She didn't consent to the magical drug in the banana fritters. So in that regard, the only consent she gave was stuffing her face with a woman she just met.
But see, that also goes with it. Yeah, just because you didn't know what the ingredients were, you did put it in your mouth.
Okay, Kenny. So when I slip you a roofie in there, damn shrimp and them French fries, you better not say nothing to me. Nothing. Consent. Like, anyway.
But see, that's the point. If I eat a roofie shrimp and a roofie French fry, but I don't know it's there, and I put it in my mouth, that's consent. Because I'm eating it because you're giving it to
Kenny, me. Okay, Kenny, after this stream, me and you, we're going to have a long talk about consent where I have to educate you while you're wrong. But it's okay. I got you. I'm going to have to break. I know Mama got to break it down.
I'm being told in the comment section anyway. They're telling me, no, Kenny, you're wrong.
Because you're wrong. It's fine. It's okay, guys. I got this. I got it. By the time next time he's on this channel, he will understand the definition of consent. We got this.
I understand the definition of consent.
No, baby. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No. No, sir. Oh let me tell you my definition. If you put a ghost pepper in my food and you gave me a banana bread, I did not consent to that ghost pepper, and you about to die. So, hope that clarified that for you. All right. So it's Shani though. So she shows Kayla. Basically what is happening, like the day of the fall, and they don't want to have the day of the fall repeat. And so this is where it gets interesting because this literally retconned everything we knew at the OG charm. Now again. Playing devil's advocate, now we know that we are in the charm multiverse. And so, which I don't understand because of the Melinda Warren in the original Book of Shadows, because she's in the picture of hers on the front page of their book in the pilot episode.
I think the Melinda Warren line is still around. Yeah. But they retconned how it was supposed to be. Because, it was supposed to be 3 sisters. She specifically said 3 sisters. But these heifers were not sisters. They drank from the Unity Bowl and got the power of 3. And that's how the power of 3 was created. But I was like, how was it created? Then Melinda Warren was the most powerful witch. She had time, telekinesis, and emotional.
She was just OP. That's what she was. But I guess my problem is if she's not a part of this Charm One's line, she should not have been in their Book of Shadows.
Right.
I'm just putting it out there.
But remember, they did. But the showrunners did say we was going to expound on it next season. But we don't.
Well, now they don't have to worry about it, do they?
So they ain't got to worry about it. So we just have to check
nothing.
We know that Melinda Warren exists. We know,
we know Melinda Warren exists. But again, if we're going by the timeline of the sisterhood, and the original sisters were not sisters, and all of the powers we've learned, because basically this is what we learned. We learned that the 9 tribes of the most the powerful magical beings were like, all right, so shit's about to go down. We need to find champions to fight for us because we need to pull all of our powers. So we're basically sacrificing all of our powers into this Unity Bowl, and whoever drinks from this bowl will basically be OP as hell. Hence how we got the Charm Ones. And they picked 3 witches who just happen to have the same, letter at the beginning of their name. So that's not even special. It's just like, we were co-workers. Yeah, we seen each other at parties. We didn't hang out or nothing, but now we're a team. So, we know this is how Power Rangers are formed. But they basically drank from the Unity Bowl, and they essentially became the Charm Ones. The Charm Ones was basically formed that way. And after they won, they needed somewhere to put the power. And now, so Inara wanted to give everybody powers equally. Like, everybody has magic. You get magic. You get magic. Everybody's got magic. Yeah. But, Isha, who's actually the tree guardian, who was an original Charm One. And then now we, and Inara, and of course, my bubbly girl. So my bubbly girl, we're like, I can't, we don't want the same thing to happen again. We don't want there to be abuse of power. We don't want somebody to be a dictator, blah, blah, blah. So then what they did was they basically buried Inara in that tomb that they were in the caves alive. And then they created the source because that was really fun. And that was a bright decision. I was like,
are you kidding me? I said, oh my God. You know what? I didn't even pay no attention that they created the source. I knew the source was on the damn.
They needed somewhere to put the power, and so they put it in the source. Therefore, the original Charm Ones created
the source.
Yep. And because of these actions, the other 2 not sisters had consequences, which is how Isha became like, the guardian of the tree. And Ishani was basically cursed to roam the earth alone forever. And I love how Kayla was like, "How are you still alive?" She's like, "Would you believe me if I said yoga?" I'm like, "Yes, I would." But yeah, so
yeah,
it was hard.
It was hard. It was
really
basically
hard. If you really think about it, the Charm Ones actually are the reason. So the Charm Ones were the solution, but they were also the problem.
And that's what Ishari was saying. No, not Ishara. Was Ishta, because when Ishta came out,
Ishta was saying that.
She said, I'm trying to correct the remedy, which is the power that you have. But she's not trying to rectify it through, making it equal. She's trying to get it all for herself.
Yep. Bitch. And so I was like, well, this is going over very well. Because now, I mean, seriously, it's literally like realizing that the origin of the Charm Ones is a curse and a blessing. Because they were able to defeat, that, what was his name? Why is it just went out of my head? Oh God, what is his name?
Alistair?
No. The original.
Oh, the original. I forgot what his
name.
Was it the Challenger or something like that?
We're gonna call it. It probably was. It was something on that level. But anyway, they were able to defeat him. But because they defeated him, that it was literally like, okay, we did it. We're done now. Peace out. But then because that Inara wanted to do that, Nishani and Isha were like, well, no, because we don't want to have to fight again. We don't want to have all
Right.
this drama.
Oh, it
So
was
the
the
Conqueror,
Conqueror.
thank you. I just opened the chat, so I wanted to see who said this. So,
Yeah, it was the Conqueror.
Blue Savior, thank you. Guys, I promise y'all I'll read your comments too. I have not been seeing any of these. I apologize.
I've been looking
But
because y'all been
I'm
dragging
focusing
me.
on my notes so I don't forget anything. So, but yeah, so the Conqueror, once they defeated the Conqueror, it was almost like they were like retiring. They were like, I'm gonna go about my life. And when Inara did that stuff, I mean, I don't even know if they thought it was just because, I'm sure they did, but I don't think it was just because they thought this would cause problems. I think it's because they didn't want to do it anymore. I don't want to be charmed anymore. And so because of the actions of the two sisters turning on the third sister, they were punished. But not only were they punished, the entire charmed sisterhood or line after them was doomed to be destroyed. No matter what they did, it was always going to end up that way.
It was all, and this, I think I like it this way better than the original, because the original, it's really no destruction to the sisterhood. Prue just, she got killed because she was leaving the show. And it really didn't.
Well, technically, Mexico got killed because she was leaving the show too.
But they did explain about the destruction of the sisterhood. Inara did say that before, when they found the tree, she did say, the destruction of the sisterhood. And then they had a book, the Book of Elders, specifically named every charmed one there was, and every charmed one that died in red was, listed in there. So they did have that. I mean,
but remember, the one that was supposed to die originally was Mel.
Yeah, but it ended up being Macy.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, all I know is that this is a curse by the original charmed ones.
It was.
So every charm line learned about these awesome charmed non-sisters that we know. The original charm ones that saved the world, saved all the magical community, wiped out, the Conqueror. We're just like these really cool, omnipotent people to be respected. But they aren't told is, and by the way, the reason you're all screwed is because two of them turned on the third one. Discuss. I'm like,
I was gonna say, because remember we'll get there. I'm gonna let you finish. We'll get there.
Okay, so we're almost done with this recap, guys. We're almost there. So this is where my feelings got hurt, guys. My feelings got hurt. Oh dear Lord, baby. Okay, so
this is what angry grandma coming out, y'all.
So Mel, talked to Harry for like 2.5 seconds because that's really all you need from him, and then decided to go back and help Maggie, and was able to find Maggie as she was squatting with Jordan, who Jordan is going to be with her and be by Maggie's side basically anyway, regardless of
what she said, and that's stalkerish tendencies.
That's very cool. So basically Mel shows up with I think she had a whole ass sword, didn't she? And so she did. Which again, guys, when you have Firestorm powers and Elsa powers, and why do you need a sword?
I believe that's why Discovery Plus canceled, because they was like, it was too expensive to do that. So they want all cheap shows that don't have to, CGI any magical powers.
Is that what it was? They were like, it's just too much work to make your power. That CG budget. If we spend $20,000 an episode just based on abilities and CG, we can't put out the episode.
Well, they should have gave her time powers back, because that.
I mean, seriously, because you know how easy it is to stop a frame to make it look like you froze the room.
Yeah, that would have been so easy.
So guess what? People, you effed up. Anyway, I digress. I mean, their powers were cheap in season 1. Premonitions cheap. Using wire work, or just actually using trick of framing and video editing to move objects across the screen. No time at all. Freezing a room, no problem. You just need a really good green screen.
And the funny thing was, freezing a room, the extras could have just did.
I can do it on any of my videos at any time.
Right.
So
we just did that. And Maggie touching people's arm just to hear what they're thinking. That took nothing at all.
Like I said, it's just stupid. So she came out like the Highlander, started chopping people down with a sword. Then eventually they all sneak in, but it's too late. The damage is done. Unfortunately, all of the unseen that are brainwashed, including cute little Daphne, all had to sacrifice their lives to bring back the lost one. And it was very sad because Chloe showed up. It was Chloe that was in Maggie.
Yeah.
She showed up and she's like, Daphne, you can't leave me. I already lost one sister. She did the whole plea. And Daphne's like, I'm sorry, but I must do this. And then she kills herself. And so Chloe is going to be messed up now. She can't be this happy anymore because both of her sisters are dead now. And, you know, unfortunately and fortunately, because Inara is a badass character. Inara is
I like her. I mean, I'm liking her.
And Inara. Oh, baby.
Oh, my God.
And Inara. Oh, you know what? I think all the spells were in Latin. Because she was saying something in Latin. I'm sorry, guys. I gave Maggie the wrong props. I think she was speaking Latin. So good. But still, it's a dead language. Good for you, girl.
But see, this is the problem that I have with this scene. I have a huge problem with the scene. When Inara came up out the bowl, she right before Jordan took Chloe through the portal. Mm-hmm. Why did they leave the book there? Why couldn't Jordan just take the book with him? This was the whole purpose.
Can I ask you a question? What would have happened if Mel had gone back in time and took the book from right before it was destroyed, and then essentially having two books of shadows in the same space? Would they cancel each other out? Was that the answer?
See, you on drugs now because I did not know what that was.
Think about it. If you have two objects normally in the same space in a multiverse, now I'm doing some comic book logic here, then essentially those two items normally cancel each other out because they can't exist in the same space.
Same space, right.
So if Mel was like, you know what, you took that book of shadows, let me go get the same book from another time period and then see what happens. And then that would be a book that would not be affected by the lost one. What would happen?
They probably canceled out, like you said, or either that book that she took from that particular time when she was at the desk may go back to that time.
And well, then to add on to that, if Mel had used her time power to go back and get the Unity Ball, they would have had to done it prior to what happens in the scene we're about to talk about, because now something happens that's making me have PTSD. So, but there's so many questions I have. We're over here looking for shit when all we had to do was, hey, Mel, think about where the ball is. Let's go get it. I'm like, but
all of this could have been avoided.
All of this could have been avoided with some charmed common sense. So, all right. So, but here we go. So Inara's there, and you know they try to fight her a little bit, and she's like, "Ha, bitches, please." And then Inara's like, "If I wanted to kill you, I would have got that Teleman to do it a long time ago. I wasn't trying to kill you." And then she's like, "Well, I want to be free. I want the magical world to be free, but basically, I want all the power to myself because there could be only one." Again, we're dealing with the Highlander now. And what's really funny is they couldn't beat her with magic. And so here comes Maggie pulling out her Daredevil nightstick. Screw it.
Like, remember, this is now. See, you know, they was about to try to use the power of 3.
Well, now we're getting to that because the power of 3. When they try to use this is why I have problems. So when she pulled out the Daredevil nightstick, Inara was like, she had this look on her face like, "Are you effing kidding me right now?" Little girl. And then she starts drinking out of the Unity Bowl, and then all of a sudden it's like blue light stuff flashing everywhere, and I'm like, oh no, they're not doing this. And then they're like, "Just the power of 3." It's not working because now episodes with 2 effing episodes to go in the series. We don't have powers anymore.
But hold on, I'm gonna tell you. I read the final synopsis of the season finale. It is good.
Oh, I'm sure that they are going to get their powers back. But you have to understand the PTSD that I went through.
I know.
All I saw was
look. You weren't the only one. I was like, "Bitch, really?" And then you know when Ishtar did what she did at the end and it exploded and it just went. I was like.
But what they don't understand about Inara is that Inara is not doing this for power. Inara is pissed because the 2 women that she was close to turned on her.
Oh, you know, I call her Ishtar. Ishtar. I forgot Ishtar
Now
is the
Inara is
guardian.
the one that's
I forgot.
but she's upset because Isha and Ishtar were the ones that sealed Inara. Basically,
but
essentially,
she was
because she
trying to
had to
take.
sit back and watch all the stuff. She said, "I watched generations of Charm Ones just die, like be destroyed one after the other." And so, if you really think about it, when you were betrayed by these two people that you guys were essentially like sisters.
And did you hear? They're not my sisters.
You don't get that upset when you don't give a damn. I'm sorry, you don't get that upset.
I know.
Now that's what Inara is not. She is not. She is not this power hungry heifer. She is somebody who is absolutely livid that she was. Yeah, she's scorned. She felt betrayed. Now, again, Inara could be the villain of this, and she might. She pretty much at this point she is because we don't have any villains. But at the end of the day, you can see it. You actually, when they were talking about her sisters, and then she was basically pretending that she didn't give a damn about them. You don't get that upset.
No,
you don't.
You really don't.
So Inara is literally I wouldn't be surprised if she was the one to curse their asses.
She probably was. I wouldn't doubt it. Because
if I can't have sisters, none of y'all can have sisters.
Every last one of the charm line died.
Yep. So now we have powerless women. So 3 powerless charm ones again. And it's going to be bittersweet for me because I know we have 2 episodes, and even if we do see it in the next episode and that one after that means we've only seen the power of 3 in 2 episodes this entire season. That's if we get to see it twice, or we may only get to see it once, and that's such a waste because this is what we're going out on, and it's just really sad.
And we have to say again, we all didn't think the series was going to end at this point.
We didn't.
So to be fair to the showrunners, they thought we would have more time to develop we'll get to see the power 3 in this last 2 episodes.
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, Kenny, and say that in season 1's pilot episode we got the damn power of 3.
But it wasn't like what it is was in season
well, you know I still season 1 still got my heart. You already know this. I'm not saying I like season 4 because I do. But season 1 is always, and it had flaws too. But I mean,
yes, it did. And I love season 1. It is my
favorite season of this whole thing. If they had kept that trajectory on season 1 and stayed in Hilltown, I don't think they'd be canceled right now. I'm being real.
I mean, because like you said, all of the editing, the graphics and stuff was so cheap because doing this, telekinesis, you got wires, you can pull up,
you can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, editing, hell, a damn like regular special effects pack that comes with your basic Adobe Premiere or Movie Studio or Vegas.
And
an amateur can do this. So I mean, it does not cost anything. So I mean, I don't understand the logic of having these. If you can't afford these things, stop putting them in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just sit there and say every 25 episodes you get to see this power.
What I would have said was those would have been placeholders. Those powers would have been placeholders until they got their original powers back. Once the power 3 came back and they had those powers, Mel could have, she could have morphed those 2 abilities into what she did with her ring: slow time, speed up time. And it would have been perfectly, synced.
Well, we still need to find our magical tome room in the damn house. So, I mean, like I said, there's so many issues that I have. But anyway, so let's go back to Harry and Diana. So, so then Harry is going to decide to take his little butt back to Diana again and say, "Tell me everything you know about the damn ball." And I'm like, she's like, "I'm not telling you anything until I get out of here. You help me get out of here." And he's like, "You don't care about this world, but I do. So you're going to tell me what you know." And I'm thinking, if I had been Diana, I'm like, well, I care about my world and getting the hell out of here. So you're going to help me out of here first. So we're going to go back and forth all day, Mother F. Because
see, my whole thing is he just sat there and said he cared about this world.
Yep.
But what the fuck did what has he been doing to save this world that he cares about so much?
I don't know, because he's always in the what I call it,
the veil.
I call it the in-between. He's always in the in-between.
He's always in the veil trying to find damn Macy. Then when Ishtar came and told him that Macy is not in the veil, she moved on. Her ass is in the tree, you dumbass. And you want to sit here and going into the veil and try to find out. I'm just sitting here like,
I feel your love for Harry right now. I really do. I feel it is
what's
radiating.
so funny, I liked Harry in the beginning, but
I know he's an acquired taste. But the fact that he was like showing his entitlement to another person who really could have showed her entitlement back, like, was really funny to me. It was because she actually had this look on his face, like, is this motherfucker actually sitting here trying to trump on me in this damn house? Really? So she got him back though. What did she do, Kenny? What did she do?
She said, "Okay, so you want to do this? Guess what? So you want me to help you? I'm gonna help you." She pulls the curtain. And there's more VHS tapes back there. She said the truth is on one of these damn videos. You gotta find it.
Yep. And you know what else was funny to me? This would have been the running joke right here. And by the way, we only have a DVD player. Matt, I gotta say this. For the time period of the Blockbuster, this VHS tapes, it does seem to feel like it's an 80s, 90s, early 90s situation going on.
It does.
So the witch that set all this up had to have been somewhere within that time period. And I'm only doing this, guys, because your girl came into this stream right after I watched Charm, but previous to that, I just finished the first episode of the brand new season of Stranger Things. Because, season 4 is looking really damn good. But, they're set in the 80s. So it's like, they got VHS tapes, and here I go watching Charm, like, we're in magical Blockbuster with VHS tape. I'm like, so whoever set up this world, they did not have Blu-ray, they didn't have
DVD,
they didn't have anything. Like, that was it. VHS only.
They didn't have
magical VHS.
And what's so funny? This is the funniest thing. Now, see, Harry let this go over his head. He asked Diana, have you watched all these videotapes? She said yes, more times than one.
Yep.
This dumb bastard sitting up here, she just told him she watched every video in this area, in this whole, she was stuck there for centuries, so she had nothing but time. He could have sat there, helped her get out, and would have got the information just like that. But he says he has to be an asshole and talk about he want to save his world. She said, okay, bitch, you want to save your world? Guess what? I'm going to save mine too. But until you find out how you want to save yours, have fun. And I mean, when she turned that light on, you see the trails of videotape just pop up.
Yep. And she's like, and with VHS, you got to rewind slow. You don't want to have to break the tape.
And that's what the next episode is named. Be kind, rewind.
That's funny as hell. The whole episode is gonna be them watching VHS.
I hope not. Hell, we got one episode left after that one, and then we already had a 1 full episode of them watching damn videotapes. Bitch, y'all better give me some damn action.
I'm be mad. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I will say this begs the question: if the charm ones no longer have powers, doesn't that mean that every magical creature is powerless now because all of it went into
because she's
okay.
Yes, because when they sat at the table, if you saw the preview for next week, Kayla said we are the charmed ones, and Maggie was like, no, we were the charmed ones. I was like, well, damn, how the mood just changed. Remember, Kayla just said, no, y'all are the charmed ones.
And now Kayla's like, we're the charmed ones. They're like, oh, no, we were the charmed ones. Mel's like, we just can't go back to how we used to be. Now, I don't know if she means it by being powerless or she's just depressed because her girlfriend's asleep for 7 years and she's just like, I just give up. I'm gonna crawl in the coffin with her and go to sleep.
Oh my God, her hot box up. That she needs to put her hand up there and just use her Elsa abilities. I'm just saying.
Look, I told you, Miss Macu. But so the conclusion to the whole thing with Mel and Roxy is one-sided, but Roxy left a message, a voicemail from Mel, because she called Mel and got her voicemail. Yes. And it was actually really sad. She was like, you don't think that you're someone that, basically you think that, it's a struggle to be with you and it's not, or something on that level. And like, she was like, I just want to say goodbye. And it was so sad. It was just really sad.
But see, I thought she was going to actually tell Mel why, but she never did.
Well, this is my question then. Does she have to go to sleep now? because if she's has no magic or is not a magical creature,
I thought
then
about
what does
that.
that mean? When
No,
all of like, what does that mean? Does that mean that all of their abilities and their species as a whole is inert? I mean, how does that work?
now what I was gonna say is because I remember that, but remember she got into the box before Inara drank the boat, drank the magic out the boat. So maybe when before that happened, regardless of anything, she still has to do it. Regardless if Inara took the magic, she's got in there before the clock hit midnight.
Okay,
So
I mean, so if she is Cinderella, um, what we have to understand though is what could actually be really messed up. And this is just if I was writing this, if I was gonna make it so that she didn't have that ability and to hibernate and whatever she needs to do, then that means essentially we just put her in a coffin and she could die. Like she literally could end up dying because she can't breathe, she can't sleep. They may open the box and like she wanted to sleep, she's dead. Like, so that'll be like seriously. She looks up, she's like, I've been in here for 30 minutes. I have not fallen asleep. Something is wrong. I can't open this damn box.
See, I was gonna say, what if soon as the box closed, her body did go into the hibernating state. So if it did goes in there right before midnight, Inara drank the potion after midnight, so it probably wouldn't have had no effect. Even if there's no magic, she was already in that state. So let's just say there was a fail safe on it just in case something. I'm putting it out there. Just in case there was a fail safe on there, in case something like this did happen. They were like, bitch, you ain't getting out of this when your ass going to sleep for damn 7 years. So we put a magical generator on this just in case.
Because they all think she's asleep, and then nobody will come to let her out for 7 years. And if she's not a magical creature anymore, because all the magic's been sucked out of her by Inara, then she's essentially like a human being or depowered magical creature. So then she's living in a box for 7 years.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They put a fail safe. They said, bitch, you going to sleep for 7 years. We got a magical generator. But
I mean, even if she went to sleep for 7 years, if she didn't have that power, she still needs to eat. She still needs water. She needs all that shit.
I guess she eating her dreams. I guess.
Oh my God, Kenny, you were not in charge of that world. You were not in charge. I'll be buried alive. No, sir. So no. I mean, I feel like that'll be really messed up. If that's what happens.
We never said it wasn't messed up, but that's just the God's honest truth.
All right, so that is the conclusion for that part of the storyline. Like I said, we already know Harry's gonna be watching videotapes. He's gonna have to sign up for that card, that magical bloodbuster card. Then we have the girls depowered. We have again Jordan basically telling her, the way he said it was like, no, I'm still gonna be here for you, Maggie, even if we're not together.
But see,
I
want to say this. All of y'all dragged me because Kayla and the consent thing. Jordan sit over here sounding like a whole stalker and a pervert at that. And y'all gotta sit here and drag me for saying, Kayla, you was consenting to that banana fritter. But Maggie said, no, we shouldn't be together. He was like, no, I'm going to be with you forever.
Kenny, there is a stark difference.
Hold on. How's it a
stark difference?
Maggie said, I don't.
No. Let me explain. Let me break it down for you, baby. I know I haven't. And I'm a voice actor. I can make a webinar for you. Well, I will narrate in one of my professional voices that they haven't heard yet. I will explain the difference between consent and whipped, because there is a difference.
Oh my God, I got no oxygen going to my damn brain. You're wrong for that. You're wrong, and you know.
Was I wrong? No, I was not wrong. So, Kenny, In the charmed universe, consent is very important because people die all of the time, but they don't have to die willingly. And in the case of Kayla, all she wanted was some banana fritters. She did not want drugs in her, her banana fritters. She didn't want somebody to draw a peni on her banana fritters. These are all things you need to ask. It should have gone down like this. Johnny should have said, "Hey, Kayla, I want to give you these banana fritters because you're stubborn as hell. And
Now,
I laced them with a little drug that's going to make you see what I need you to see because you're too damn stubborn to listen to me vocally.
Yeah.
Do I have your consent?" And then Kayla would have been like, "The fuck." So what really happened was that Johnny was like, "Hi, you know what? These banana fritters are the bomb. So how about it's like those ones Chloe were eating, the awesome balls earlier that I'd left that out on purpose. But she's like, take these banana fritters, put them in your mouth. They're great." And then Kayla like, "These taste like my mom's back home." She's like, "I know, right? Everybody talks about the donut, but this is the shit. Oh, and by the way, I drugged them." That is not consensual.
Hold on. In my defense.
Don't got no offense. Ain't no offense for you.
In my defense, I did say Kayla did not. Kayla, that is consent because you ate it. Now, I didn't say for anybody else that was not consent. Now, if it was anybody else, it would have been different. But Kayla, the only reason why it was consent for her because she sat down and ate them. Now, if I would have just stood over there by the bus, was like, "Oh no, I don't know you. I don't want, I don't think I should eat one of those." And if you came and shoved it down my throat, now that's unconsensual.
No, that is not good. No, if it shoved it down your throat, that's assault. Oh my God. This class gonna take a long time. I say, okay, cool. So consent is an agreement or permission expressed through affirmative, voluntary words or actions that are mutually understandable to all parties involved. So Kayla should have actually had the option of knowing that the fritters were drugged before she put them in your mouth. It's like if you have a party and somebody makes pot brownies, you need to tell them that these brownies aren't normal.
Oh, I got a story about me and pot brownies. I got a story about that.
I'm sure you do, but see, let me put it down. I'm gonna drop it down for you. Just pick up what I'm putting down. So we got the pot brownies, we got the banana fritters. Both are drugged. When you go to a party, people like to tell you, unless they're a-holes and they are not your friends, and they just want to see what kind of a clown you are when you high, they're going to tell you that the brownies are laced. And then you make the decision consensually to put it in your mouth. Now, if you go to the party with the laced brownies and people tell you this is fine, this is Betty Crocker, baby, you fine, and then you put it in your mouth and then you running around the house butt naked, that's not consent. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
I know, I understand it all. Trust me, I know the definition of consent.
Man, if I gotta take
time,
however,
it was just the fact with Kayla, it just was a different story.
No, it wasn't. See, you're telling me you understand, but when you say that Kayla was a different story, you were telling me you have flunked the test. So you already fell in the quiz. This is not hard. But what I have learned, Kenny, is when we are hanging out in Atlanta and visiting you, I'm not eating shit at your house. I'm not eating shit. I'm not drinking shit. Because if I put it in my mouth and it's laced with whatever, and I'm hanging out butt naked off the side of the road, they can be like, "Consent." And I'm like, "No, sir." That's what we've learned today. That is what we have learned today. Kenny's gonna drug you, and if you put that in your mouth, your fault.
Look, everybody in the comment section, y'all can eat from me. I would never lace anything like that. Okay, I would not drug y'all unless you wanted to be drugged. Now, if that's what you want.
Well, I mean, how would they know? Because you're not gonna ask because it's consent.
Well, I mean, before I cook, I would say, "Do y'all want this in your food?" And you can say yes or no. I wouldn't do it.
Look, I'm in my special heat of what the hellness right now. When I sit here trying to educate you, when you are not listening to me. Woo! I'm too old for this, Kenny.
Oh my gosh, child, me too.
So, I eat nothing at your house. Nothing. Not
You know you wanted those shrimp and fries. Don't act like you want no shrimp and fries.
Babe, I can cook my ass. I'll bring my own shrimp and fries. I'll eat them right in front of you, consensually with myself, because I know it's me. Over here throwing down. It's fine.
Oh my God! Now I'm having to go take a damn Tylenol after this. I'm about to take a damn Tylenol after we get
I mean, I need you to tell me you're taking this Tylenol consensually instead of me just putting it in your food. Your fault.
Everybody in the comment section is dragging me.
And they need to get a lawnmower and drag your out, because you know good and well that was not consent. That is not the definition of consent. That is not what that was. That is called being roofied in a banana fritter. That's what that is.
But she did it with a smile on her face.
I'm sure that what the people in the club do with smiles on their face too. Because they know they about to get something.
But it was, but see, Ishari wasn't doing it with no ill intent though. She wasn't doing it with no ill intent.
Kenny Lo. I don't care if she was trying to cross dress like Minnie Mouse. You don't give somebody something that's laced without telling them that it's in there and give them the option of whether or not they want to be drugged.
Okay.
All you gotta do is say.
I understand that.
Look, woman, you stubborn as hell. You don't listen to shit. Take this magical roofie damn banana fritter so you can see what I need to tell you, because you're wasting my time. That's what
I would have just rather she just went to sleep and she put it down her throat. That's how.
Because that's even better, Kenny. Oh Lord. Oh, guys. When you see Kenny on the news, you already know what happened. You know what's up. You're like, I didn't tell me to shrimp in my house.
I can't. My whole body is hurt. Y'all got my whole size aching.
Oh my God, Kenny.
Y'all got my back. My side is hurt.
I would just like to disclaimer that Approach the Nerd does not support drugging people.
I don't even support it.
I do not support watching people take drugs and telling them that it's their fault and it's consensual. And I don't support what Kenny Lo has been trying to pass about Michaela for the past, hour and a half now? Wrong. Just disclaimer.
Well, I'm just gonna say, y'all gonna just have to drag me again, because I sure said in my review, I tell her it was consensual because your behind ate the damn fritter.
That is not how consent works.
But I did like her faces when she ate it, and then Ishari said, "Well, it was laced with I forgot you've been drugged."
So Kenny, have you ever heard the phrase, "It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission"?
No, I don't think I actually heard it.
Okay, so basically, when somebody takes your car without telling you, which is really stealing, and then they come back and say, "Sorry that I did it," it's because they felt like it was easier to actually ask you to forgive them after the deed than ask you for permission to take it and then risk you saying no. So that applies to this situation. What she did to Kayla it was easier for her to ask for forgiveness than permission for drugging her ass. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it.
Okay. You sure? Are you sure?
Because if I keep going on saying what I'm saying, I'm just a bad boy, and everybody telling me Jada gonna come and hex me. So I'm just
and you know what? That needs to be consent too. Like, all right, so let's try and get through some of these. We're at an hour and 33 minutes, and I got some Stranger Things season 4 to get back to. I gotta get to episode 2. That stuff episode 1 was crazy. So gotta move on. Well, there's a lot of comments. Okay.
I know. I'm enjoying this. This is too funny.
I'm enjoying it too. Crazy. You knew it was a charm one, or who knew it was a charm one? I know, right? I mean, I do like that. I do like it. I love the fact that the charm ones are their own worst enemy, if you really think about it.
I know, right?
It's the thing. Who knew it would be an ancient charm one? They would meet. Yeah, it's interesting. Like they can't meet their family members that passed, but they can meet the ancient charm ones, which is very funny.
They need to go find Phoebe Page, and Piper, and learn how to, get that spell on the what they the call no not the call of witch spell. What's the other one? The call for the person that crossed the Great Divide.
I know what you're talking about.
I forgot the name of that spell, but they need to go find them and have them right in there.
I could actually hear the words in my head, but I'm trying to remember what the hell the spell was.
What? I remember it in my head because of when Piper got upset when they found out that they had a half sister, which was Paige, and how she slammed the book closed and calling their asses across the Great Divide.
And then what she really wrote in tiny letters is "keep her ass on the other side." But who knows? It was about the fall of the sisterhood. Yes, the finale episode said it would change the dynamic of the Charm universe, the status quo going further. Any theories? I mean, I'm like, they've already done it.
Well, Ray, I mean, on episode 13 is the final episode, so whatever they tried to do, they should have done it these last two. So
I agree, but I mean, again, and we know that they didn't know they were being canceled, but they should have given it. Because I'm just gonna put this out here as somebody who has a film degree and who's taught very aggressively that even with movies, you're not guaranteed a sequel. So every season, this could be your last. So you have to write it like this is your last. So whatever big plot points you have, unless you have no other choice but to make it go into another episode or two in the next season, you wrap that story up and pray for the best.
And I think that's what they did with this when they wrapped it up and prayed for the best.
So we're gonna see what the last two ones are. So I don't know. I'm a little worried. And Jordan is a what? White lighter?
White lighter-esque. Well, maybe he is the white lighter because remember. Harry's no longer a white lighter; he's a necro lighter,
but he can't teleport. He only has basic healing ability.
And
I don't understand because if Diana is a white lighter, she is a white lighter.
Yeah.
Jordan is not supposed to be a white lighter. The showrunner said he is something else. But now you're telling me that he's a white lighter. It's basically how I feel about the whole thing with the stem cells. I felt like that was kind of a cop out. So
I'm thinking
up and then be like, oh no, you just you're basic.
What I'm thinking, the magical world just calling him a white lighter because he can heal, because they still really don't know what he is. Nobody knows what he is, so they just throwing him around saying he is a white lighter. So maybe
they're throwing him around.
They just throw the word around. They're tossing the title around that he's a white lighter because he can heal, but he can't orb. He can't recite spells. He can't, he doesn't, and he's technically alive. So you have to be dead to be a white lighter. So they probably just, say he's a white lighter because he can heal. I guess, because you got to be technically dead to be a white lighter. And he probably did die when, Celeste zapped his ass. I mean.
Yeah. I mean, I get that.
I know we want real concrete answers, but we'll never get them because of Discovery Plus and CW dumbasses.
Did you say CW dumbasses? Well, I mean, like I said, I feel like you set this up and you got us all excited. And if they just say, "Oh, he's a white lighter," I'm gonna be in my feelings. I'm just not gonna lie about it. I will be because I feel like there is a better way for them.
I'm hoping it's something else because I mean, really, technically, you need to be dead to be a white lighter. The plot points of the Halliwell's children, being white lighters and they're alive. I don't even know how that works.
I mean, it's true. I don't know what the rules are anymore. What makes a white lighter now that the white lighters are all dead that were connected to the original elders? So, like, what makes a white lighter? I mean, we know why Diana's one because she's from another universe. So
yeah.
And I did say I wanted to have that, but I felt like Kayla was from another universe. So they're doing what I wanted in that regard, but with the wrong person. It's just like everybody else seems to be from a multiverse except for Kayla, which is really, really weird. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying is like maybe they're giving Jordan that title, even though he's not a full white lighter. They're just giving him that title because they don't know what he is.
I mean, in retrospect, I would still have more respect if they actually said, "Hey, we're going to call you, you know,
A white
a white
lighter.
lighter for now as a placement, like you said earlier." And then they stressed that, like they were like, we're going to make you a white lighter for right now because we don't have a definition for you. And then later on, they're like, oh, you're actually this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been better for me.
We might get it at the end, but we don't know. We have no idea. We may not. We don't have a.
Holy Lord, dumb Batman! I need a chart to keep track of all this. I mean, that's how I felt.
Oh, mercenary! You have
like,
no idea.
I was like, oh, this history lesson just got real.
Look, I was like Usagi. My eyes were swirling when the history lessons were coming out because I couldn't even keep up.
I was in my feelings. What up, Maria? 2 more episodes left. It's going to be very hard to say goodbye to Charmed. Yes.
Actually, go out and buy the original Charm because we will be talking about them.
He's like, and you know what? That's after our consent continuation lesson. We're gonna make a webinar. I'm gonna introduce you to some consent like apps on your phone. I'm gonna find some consent definitions and videos on YouTube and link them to you every day now, just because you said that. You're gonna wake up every day and be like, hey, Maria, I'm like, got a new video for you, sir. And then you better pass that exam. It was stated that in the series finale, we'll have a status quo shift. Any guesses on what that'll entail? All the magical creatures will be depowered, and all the humans will have magical ability, like in the comic book. And basically, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. The charm ones are no longer going to be known as important. They're going to be like, they'll be like the lepers of the community. I'm like, the charm ones? Oh my God, no. Nobody thinks about that.
Who are they? They're not popular.
You have the power of 3. Well, we have 9 powers, bitches. Like,
oh my gosh, that's going to be funny.
No more charm ones just being witches potentially is something to do with the 9 tribes. Hey, maybe they'll all be in the 9 tribes. Who knows? I mean, maybe they'll all go to the Boiling Isles and the Owl House, or maybe they'll go to Hogwarts. Who knows? They'll be the generational Dumbledore's army. Someone was right about the 9 power making the charm ones good eye, and the charm ones from the other universe. I've been trying to get. You said it's Phoebe. I don't know if it is Phoebe. I don't know what time period it is, and I don't know why the hell Diana is their white lighter. And Leo was just like, I'm tired.
Well, remember, we don't even know if he got his powers back.
We don't, but I kind of felt like they didn't, after that, need him anymore. Like
they don't. They really don't.
Because, I mean, we saw them time skip, and we saw their kids and all that.
And so, then, even in the comics, Prue took all their damn powers. So she's left in the, I forget. That was even a whole convoluted situation with her and Cole and another manner with the nexus in that house in another dimension. She can't even come back. So they just saying.
That's true. I love this comment right here. Yes, come hither, grumpy Gran. So
Luke has been dragging me through the whole night. Soon as I said
good job, Luke. Good job.
Soon as I said about Kayla and the consent thing, he been.
Oh, because me and you are friends. I didn't do it. Because see, let me explain something to you guys. I have 2 lipsticks. This one is Angry Grandma, and this one is Maria. Guess which one I was putting on?
Angry Grandma.
Uh-huh.
I told you.
If I whip that lipstick out, Kenny, we're gonna have to have a freaking moment, a time out.
Well, you Marco Polo me.
Radio silence.
You Marco Polo me with Angry Grandma. She'll put me to sleep. She'll cuss me out and put me to sleep. So.
I will. That'll be your lullaby. Like you don't latch your beep beep mind. What a beep beep beep. I got a question for Mel. Didn't Mel make dolls for everyone so they can have another life if they die? I guess she forgot about Dev or something. I don't think she made dolls for everybody.
She didn't make one for everybody. It was only the ones that they loved.
Yeah.
Dev was not in that situation at that point.
Yep. Who knew Phoebe could create a magical blockbuster? I mean, it probably wasn't her. That's the thing. It might not have been her. He seems just a healer, a white lighter. I thought can teleport and something. Yeah, he's not the true definition of a white lighter.
No, he's not. They're just giving him that title at this moment.
Yeah, he's probably just calling himself one. But see, that's the thing. He has not been calling himself the white lighter.
White lighter.
Everybody else started calling him a white lighter. He's like, I don't know what I am.
No, they just actually started this episode. Chloe was the one that called him the white lighter.
No, they said it in one other part, like a couple episodes ago. They kind of hinted it and said that they were white lighter. But I mean, I don't think he really reacted to it. But I feel like in this one, when Chloe started off saying, "You're the magical world's white lighter," I'm like, "Oh Lord!" And he was like, "Huh?" And like I said, that's going on his LinkedIn.
You know what? The reason why I believe they want him to be white lighter because he's everything that Harry was supposed to be. He's doing everything that Harry was supposed to do for the magical world, but he was supposed to do for the charmed ones. But everybody's coming to Jordan because. Where's Harry? Oh, my loved one, she's dead. I'm trying to find her. I'm over I'm in the Vale trying to find her ass, but she's stuck in the tree, so I don't know where the hell Macy is. I want to join her. And Jordan is out here healing everybody, something that a white lighter is supposed to do. So I guess that's why they're giving him that title of being white lighter, even though we still don't know what he is.
I mean, that makes sense. Like I said, Jordan, poor Jordan. Like Jordan's been thrown into this world unwillingly.
That's unconsensual. What happened to him was Celeste did not. That was not consent. But y'all gonna tell me, don't you bring that microphone?
Do not make me come in there. I put this lipstick on. We're gonna have to take a time out. Oh, we're gonna go black on this video. And you're gonna come back black and blue.
Yeah.
Anyway, VHF taser because Phoebe wanted to be 90s. She wanted to be I mean, that's possible. They lived in the 90s. I mean, but I just don't think it was Phoebe. If it's Phoebe, it was accidentally Phoebe, or it could be an alternate reality of Phoebe.
Of course.
Do you think Mel and Roxy finally be together at the season finale? I hope so. But again, they didn't know that they were being canceled, so they probably could have her be asleep the last 2 episodes.
Oh, she'll be asleep the last 2 episodes.
That would be so sad. That would be so sad.
And that's why Mel probably. That's what.
Maybe he's just a spotlighter.
A spotlighter.
You know what, though? There's levels of truth to that because he's always having to help people shine. So he could be a spotlighter.
I'm just saying.
Look, he's a spotlight or a flashlight.
Well, I mean, if Harry can make up necro lighters, so why can't he be a spotlighter?
True. I mean, the only thing that'll make me upset if we find out he's a glowworm. Like, that would be a thing. Jake said Jordan, the official white lighter. I mean, he might as well be. He actually does the work.
Because Harry ain't doing shit, but running around chasing the ghosts.
Hell, Harry's always been doing his own shit. Even in season 1, he was doing his own shit.
He was.
Look, I can't help you right now. I've got to grade papers for my class. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't get that damn at it. I mean, he doesn't know what to call himself. Yep, that's never going to change. There is my favorite Kenny laugh. Which one? Which one? It's good you feel way more better now, Maria. Thank you. Actually, I'm still sick. I just can talk. I have my voice back, but my entire head is like, it feels like someone's sitting on it because our weather here is just insane. It's going to be the entire season.
Now, y'all heard what she says. It seems like somebody's sitting on it, but it will probably be me that she's going to say, I'm sitting on it. And then we come back to the next stream. Oh, Kenny squashed my head, child. It was his fault. It would be my fault. It would be my fault, but I mean, I just don't want her to tell y'all that.
So the fact that you just told on yourself means I don't have to say anything. Oh, you set your damn self up. That's sad. Maybe he just got the residual powers of a white lighter from him trying to turn Harry and just got the healing power. I like to believe that when he got zapped, it actually, you know how the Charm One's powers are all based on their personalities and their emotions, that because he was always the team psychologist and he was a medic in the army, that the reason he's able to heal is because that is who he is. He's a healer.
Right.
Because nobody helped Jordan break his curse. He broke his own.
He broke it on by him. Macy was there when he broke his own damn curse.
Yeah, but she didn't really do much. So
She didn't do it. She just
like,
stood there and watched.
Yeah, that's what they normally do. It was like magical creature dying. Oh,
Okay.
that kind of sucks. Sorry about that. But we're all good, right? We can go home. Cool.
But you know what? I would have to say this. I don't think they was as selfish as the other three were, because you know, after Prue died, Phoebe, Piper, and Paige, they really became really selfish during season 5, 6, and 7. They truly became selfish.
Well, trauma do that. PTSD.
True.
Even though Phoebe was like, Prue gone.
I know she was dead. She was with the leprechauns dancing. I was like, this bitch.
Yeah.
Well, Lincoln, I mean, in this iteration, I'm thinking like Maria said, Inara could have been, possessing them. So she's a charmed one, so she could have been possessing them, and they could have used the book through. She could be using the book through them, and that's how they were able to touch the book. Because normally, no magical creatures, unless you're good, should be able to touch it. Just saying.
You need to do a snap when you're like, just saying. Need you to make your point, sir. When I saw that, I like what he said. When I saw the book was open for the troll, I was like, traitor. That book's been trading on them for a very long time. It's nothing new.
Because in Piper, Prue, Phoebe, when their book, you couldn't even take it out the damn house.
That's true.
If a demon or somebody tried to come in and take the damn book, that book will yank back, drop on the ground, and go back up to the stand by itself.
That book would just hide. Now it's like,
yes, it has its own cloaking device.
Yep. And then when you try to touch it was like, nope.
I know. If you're evil, it's gonna shock you. Why did they even think about putting no spell like that on their book?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember in the OG Charmed if any other magical creatures that were helping them. You were like, oh, the Book of Shadows, just started flipping through it. But I don't think that ever happened.
The demon in season,
demons, yeah, but I meant like others, like leprechauns and things that they were coming to the house in and out. They always have things coming in and out of the house. So
I think in season 5, when all the magical creatures were coming, I think there was a few that did go up into the Book of Shadows. Can't remember.
Yeah, that's what I would like to know if that was something, if that was like a regular occurrence. We only saw personal gain consequences in season 1 where Maggie made the house Kappa worthy to stay good with them. I mean,
but that's when the elders were still alive, though.
Yeah, but I feel like, season 1 was like a different universe. I feel like when they went through that portal, the safe space in Seattle, they went to Earth 2. They weren't on Earth 1 anymore. I don't know what happened. What were the 9 tribes? If anyone knows, I know there are pixies, trolls.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
We'll know next week.
They are descendants of Captain Planet. I don't know, but I just like at this point, we just know there were 9 people that were very powerful that sacrificed their powers, put them all in one bowl, which makes you wonder if this little bowl holds all the power in the world. But then again, never mind, because Sailor Moon has a tiny little crystal, so never mind.
And that thing is humongous. That thing is OP.
Yeah, that's what they need to call in this series, like Sailor Moon.
I would be glued to the seat. I wouldn't even. You were like, Kenny, girl, I'm watching Sailor Moon. I'll be there in a minute.
As soon as I heard that we got a dark charm, my ears immediately perked. I mean, it is cool.
But you got to remember, she's technically not dark. Is she?
She's angry.
Angry.
She may be, but I guess evil. if you've been like buried alive for like centuries, you're probably mad as hell. You might be a little touched in the head at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. She evil.
Like, yes, a switch off the tree. I mean, hey. I gotta put a switch on.
I already told you, angry grandma was already at my door banging on it.
I don't know what you're talking about. You know good and well the angry grandma's not gonna bang on the door. I'm just gonna walk in.
She kicked my door in, and y'all. She kicked my door in. Y'all see this cut right here? She did that. Angry grandma did it.
Of course I did.
I'm just telling
spewing
y'all.
that. Well, I mean, they didn't realize I did it in this stream when you started talking about that consent nonsense. You don't understand. I started. I have a.
Do we have to go back into the past? Do we have to go
I
back
have a
down the
spiritual sweep
past?
knife, and I just go. You just don't see it happening. It's happening on the down low behind the scenes.
Do we have to go back to the past? I thought we moved on.
The past, you mean what? 10 minutes ago. The mistakes the writers make, nothing makes sense. Yep, absolutely. I'm gonna ask the unseen if I can borrow the book for a few days. You might as well. You know,
well, they all gone. They all
dead now. They're like the Sisters of Arcadia. They're just gone. It's like, were we a group? Are we the only members left?
Y'all gave up your lives just so Inara could come back. So
what my problem is that we only have what? It could have been 9 of them. I think it was 9 of them, right?
It was 9 of them at first, but when they came around the corner, I think it was 8. I think.
Well, my problem is that they should have had a lot more members by this point with all the social media.
They did. Remember, they all died in the command center.
But that was only a handful. I thought they were recruiting millions. Like they had a whole Twitter account full of people that hated the Charmed Ones.
Oh,
so.
Oh, those are probably a hot girl summer male dates that was throwing beers at her. That's probably what that was.
Look, you love talking about her. Jordan only has healing abilities, right? Yes.
Right. That's it.
Who couldn't guess it was an evil charm one? The destruction of sisterhood and the lost one is too poetic. It's funny.
I like it.
I do too. Magical school bus, hack out deceased. You know it's true. You know it's true. You know it's true. And now she's sporting a brand new look. She has the whole story of and then this is my other thing. When she drew that story, what stopped them from becoming real? Manifesting the story.
That's what I'm gonna say, because ain't that's her power.
Yep.
I mean,
and she's still not 100% in control of it because always you're like, oh shit, I drew that, and now they're walking out of the bus. I'm like, well, now I just brought the Conqueror back. My bad. I'm like, I think the 9 tribes were Lamias, Pixies, Trolls, Leprechauns, Merfolk, and Frog people, Gremlins, I think, and others. Damn. Well, I mean,
we know where the power 3 came from, do you?
Yep. The 9. That's all you don't get. She probably wanted to get away from magic, period. I don't blame Kayla in a way. I mean,
honestly, nobody told her to get a stem cell from damn Macy.
She did that though by signing a waiver and giving consent. I knew that was coming. I can see Kayla not wanting to use her powers out of spite. Yes, I can see that too. Kayla can draw her a man.
Well, Paige did. Paige, she didn't draw her no man. Paige would conjure her a man for 24 hours.
I know. I remember that episode. And then she made an evil twin that got Chris arrested and stuff. Joey Falco said in season 5 we would see Kayla go out with a girl and see more of her bisexual side, but since there isn't season 5, it won't happen. But I probably would have liked to seen that. Well, then look at her Instagram, because I think she's dating the chick from the Bold Type who played Kat. So go watch that Instagram and pretend it's Charm. It's sad. We can't see it on TV. If you want to see what she's like in us, because I don't know if she's considered bisexual in real life, but I mean, yeah, they look like they're together. And I think after the Bold Type, it was very clear that Aisha was, bisexual. So, and they both live in Australia, and they're both mixed, which is really funny.
And we'll get to see this.
Yep, she could draw another Dev.
Luke.
No, we've seen that movie. We've seen Return of the Night Living Dead.
You dragged me through the whole comment section, and I'm gonna drag you for that one. No, rest in peace, Dev. We don't want another.
Kenny said no, not no, but no. Yes, it would be because y'all are sharing the same DNA. I'm telling you right now, if River donated stem cells to me and we're married, River is not my sibling. Okay? We are not in Ohio. We are not in a state that allows incestual marriage. No, you are not my sibling by giving me stem cells. I'm sorry. That's not how that works. So, but I'm telling you, I am a person that likes to research the hell out of science because I like sci-fi. So I love when they start talking stuff. I'm like, is this possible? So I will be looking this up, and I will be speaking to people who deal with. I have two really good friends. One's a neurologist, and one works at St. Jude as a cancer researcher. And I will ask, let's talk about stem cells. And I'm gonna have them break it down for me, and they should know because they deal with stuff like this all the time.
They would tell you. They would tell you watch too much TV.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, you need to watch Charm because they told this girl that she's a sister through stem cells. So I need you to explain some shit. Just saying. Let's see. Mel could have made a doll for Dev earlier. He would be alive. Yeah, it's really Mel's fault. Sisterhood is an endearing term and a spiritual term. But to be fair, Kayla could have made a doll too. She spent too much time pretending not to give a crap. Joey said he wanted to stop the royal blood thing and that everyone is special or something. Oh, okay. So we all can be Power Rangers. That's awesome. Yeah, stem cells give you mixed DNA. So you have your own DNA mixed with the donor cell's DNA. But so we need to see on an RNA level just how that works. Because if I do a blood test genetically, I don't feel like I'm going to get the same genetic imprint from a person who was born with their parents' DNA. And then, of course, mine mixed with my parents' DNA. I don't think there's a way that after, especially if you're an adult, I feel like all of your DNA is already established by the time you're in your 20s. So that, to me, is weird. But again, like I said, I'm going to find out. And that's it. I don't like speculating. I am a person that likes to do my research. So,
but I want to say this because we did touch on this when Ishani told Kayla, she said, there was 5 people who got Macy Vaughn's
and she was the only one that took.
You're the only one that it took on. So there's got to be something special about you because everybody else got her DNA. Why didn't it take? But
would that be hilarious if like all of them took, but only one could be like a retainer? So if Kayla dies, one of the other stem cell ones would step forward and be a new charm one. That would be funny as hell.
I told you that one. It would have been a revolving door. Marisol being a hoe. I'm just saying.
Hashtag justice for Marisol. And a lot of neo-pagan and pagan faiths and covens, they may use the term brothers and sisters to each other or other witches. That's fine. It's still, again, it's just weird. Yo, Maria, that would make sense to why the Charm ones never were together in any season. Nothing makes sense of why they were never together in any season, to be honest.
They were all in different universes.
Seriously. Hi, we need to all bond with our sisterhood. And I'm going to do it from over here, and you do it from down the street. And you do it from that state. Peace out. I loved Ishani. She was very bubbly. Yep. And I wanted to protect her, but she protected me more like it. Look at you, got a crush already. You go, Lincoln.
Look at you, Lincoln.
Now, she's like thousands of years old. I hope the age difference is okay for you. Jordan can sing in the Blue Camellia and might replace Deb, but might be a little too much. He can't. He's everybody's white lighter. He don't have time to have a job. I have no idea how he's paying his bills. I'm going to be real with you. I have no idea.
He might be in the cardboard box.
He's probably
you got to pay no bills in there.
Look, you don't have to pay for anything in Safe Space. You can just go into somebody's store and take it. I'm like, I like this store. It's mine now. I think the Charm ones won't be sisters anymore by blood, or won't just be witches. Maybe each of them are each of the 9 tribes. I like the idea, and it's funny that it would be really cool if they had 9 in the Charm ones from that one representative from each of the 9 tribes that had the power. That it would be the Charm ones would be more than just 3. But I know people are like, I can't have it, can't be my feelings. But I mean, if you're not sisters anymore, why not?
I think they want. I guess when the last 3 passed on the powers, I don't know if they cast the spell saying it should be only in 3 sisters after that, or the power just magically did it. I don't know. I mean, but it would be good for them to explain it. I wouldn't.
I like when they explain stuff. It hurts my head when they don't. Because then if
we don't get a season 5 to be explained, so.
In your feelings. At least they made the Charm ones being separated work this time.
Yeah, because that was what hold on. Inara won it because that was the way to break the power of 3.
Yep. I've never watched an episode of season 4, but I love watching these lives and hearing the cracks. I mean, you probably gonna love it next week too. I love
it. Wait till the last episode. Oh, you really gonna love it.
No, wait till our parody.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Yeah, so Kenny's gonna be, I decided Kenny is going to be Kayla.
I thought you said Macy.
No, I want Groove to be Macy. I need you to be Kayla.
Why I gotta be Kayla? Now, see, you know what the irony of this whole situation? What I just said about her tonight, and then you gonna make me be her? Really?
Yeah, actually, that wasn't a decision I just made.
I'm just saying now.
I actually said this in the stream with Groove earlier today. I said I was gonna make you Kayla in the stream. You can go back and look at it. But yeah, and there's a reason why you have to be Kayla, but that's a whole other conversation. I love the flashback when Macy with her sisters. I still remember Macy.
I loved it.
I liked it, but I didn't like the fact that she was, and I get it, she's still grieving, but it just was like she had this look on her face like, ooh, okay, Macy. Then she's like, oh, Kayla. I'm like, damn.
It was like she got over Macy so fast.
Yeah. Ishani got it pretty good compared to the other two sisters. Not in a way, not really. That means if she was forced to walk the world alone, she can never have a relationship or a friendship or anything. That sucks.
Lincoln is still dragging me.
And he needs to. The book is the magical Alexa. Yes. Siri is canon. Absolutely. I mean, seriously, that's all they really had to do. I have a tablet I could do that to. Alexa, I have a Fire tablet. I can be like, Book of Shadows. How do I do this? Well, you do that voice. Well, all you have to do is, according to whatever.com.
Oh my God, that would be so hilarious.
Instead of like Book of Shadows. How do I bring back a unified version of the Unity Cup? Well, according to page 734 in the Book of Shadows, you need the following: to kill yourself, to chant these 4 words, and then to move on with your life. Oh, wait, you can't because you're dead. Does this help you?
Magical Siri, that would be so funny. Oh my gosh.
Now, look, I've always said Siri should be kind of like angry. Siri, how do I get to the mall? Bitch, you already know.
That would have
do I have time to remind you of things you already understand? How long have you lived in this state, dumbass? She was chosen to be a magical mutate like Macy and Jordan and Harry. See that? What? So you're basically saying they're X-Men. I got you. Cool. That would have made more sense, really.
I know, right?
I feel bad for Kayla, but Lucy Barrett did a good job of crying in the last episode, Jake.
Oh my God, damn, Jake. I saw that comment. I was dying laughing. I'm like, really, Jake?
Hot girl summer. Mel was the moment. Get it, girl. My body, my power. I mean,
you mean hot box, hot girl summer box. That's what that was.
If it was River and we were in that, then you know what, I'd be doing the same damn thing. They'd be like, Sid, they'd be like, Maria, are you coming? I'm like, hell no.
But see, look, this would be the thing. If I would have did it, it would be like, Kitty, consent. What you mean?
No, if I was with River, it would have been consent.
I was talking about with Carlos.
River put a ring on it, and so if River didn't want to do it, River would just say no. So I mean, that's what it is.
Look,
because you know what? River understands the definition of consent. Oh, what, Kenny? What, Kenny? What?
Oh my God! You know what? I'm gonna go.
Imagine they just use a picture trim. I can't talk on the Lost one, and just wait until it explodes. I might be upset because I want to see fighting. That would be funny though. That was Roxy is on Cinderella Time. We had a lot of fairy tales in this. I mean, we had Cinderella, had Alice in Wonderland. I mean, they were like, how low can you go? They had Jack and the Beanstalk. She went down the hole. Mel probably gonna get back with Nico if she and that becomes a storyline. She don't have time. She only got 2 episodes.
Oh, you got 2 episodes left.
Yep, I feel so bad for Roxy. Me too. Mel is gonna have to use her time power to go back.
Everybody wants to feel sorry for Roxy, but she's gonna be good because she'll be sleeping for the next 99 years. While we're still sitting here grieving, she'll be like, "You bitches, I'm having a time."
She's not, because we're not going to get a season 5. She's never waking up.
That's my point. She would be like, I can sleep all day.
If they ever invite the actress to a convention, then we're like, what do you think Roxy's doing right now? Still asleep? Like, Mel's gonna have to use her.
It'll be like 19 years later. It'll be 19
be 40 to go back and forth in time to use them, or Roxy to move her back. Well, she can't use her powers at all because she don't have any right now. We know that Mel can send her back through time in season 3 when future Mel warned herself about the whispering evil. Well, it's like that didn't even happen. So
it's almost retcon on that.
Yeah, Roxy the Iron Maiden can be a big softie. I just love that. I really do.
I love Iron Maiden.
Kenny Lo, we ain't bringing up no flaws in here. You mean that will keep the ass spanked?
I saw that earlier, Ray. I just didn't say nothing because Maria was doing her review, so I was not getting into that just yet, sir. I saw that coming.
So you going? Do I need to go get that switch up? Do I need to get that switch up the tree?
We bringing up flaws and everything.
Not
flaws, but
Look, remember 1920s plan. I'm not ready for season finale of Charm. Nobody is.
Nobody is.
Yeah. So Maggie is really like the lead Charm one. No shade. Her and Jordan are essential. The brain or the Charm team. I mean, the only problem I have is the timing.
That's the only part.
Just the timing bothers me. If she's the brain, they screw because their strategy is going to basically happen after the fact.
Nobody on that team got brains but Jordan, basically, because Mel and her hot box, her divine rod of a hot box is always on Roxy. Then you got, Maggie can't stay off of Jordan's rod, but okay, Jordan, you can't either, so you're not that smart either. So then Kayla over there crying her eyes out because Deb is gone. She ain't got no rod to jump on with him. But then Harry is okay. Harry's not even in the picture. Okay,
no, he's not. I'm like, he's not. He's not. And honestly, most days I prefer it that way, so it's fine. I'm completely okay with that. And I'm like, please no. Please don't give him another storyline. Don't give him something else to open his mouth. I don't know what it is, but now every time I see Harry, he's like entitled as hell, and it drives me nuts. It
does seem like that. It does seem like that. I can't stand it. I'm glad they don't give him so much. He may be mad because he don't have that many lines, and in the story. But you're not a damn Charm one, Harry.
Well, he was told he was. That was the damn problem. He was told that he was the honorary 4th member.
Yeah.
And they lied to him. Maggie is being so grown with Jordan. I'm switching therapists. I gotta put this out here for you. Hashtag Mel's Hotbox. That's gonna be.
Thank you, mercenary.
Yeah, they got Jordan to sign a contract, and now they got Jordan. Poor Chloe, she got brought back to just lose her sister. My poor Ditsy Pixie. I know, right? I love how spaced out she was. Just like, oh yeah, well.
Did you see how she was eating those balls? Did you see how?
Yeah, maze balls. These balls are just amaze balls, and they actually are called amaze balls. I love the guy standing there holding. He was like, "What is happening?"
Because at first I thought they were like meatballs or something, and she was just eating them. And she was like, "Jordan, have you ever had
an amaze ball?" And Jordan's like, "This is fucking good."
But he's like, we need to get her out of here. We need to take her away because I don't want nobody to think that she's. Well, Jordan, she's on drugs. We already know that.
True. Hi, Maria. Hello, Marie.
She's on what they call pixie dust.
Now, here you go. Here's your comment right here. Meryl's box it still isn't Marisol's box, which has been the plot of the whole series.
Well, Ray, let me say, if Kayla would have came out to be hers, then yeah, we probably have a whole line of.
No, he's right though. Think about it. Perfect JJ has started wars.
What the hell?
I think Marisol's out the window.
The fire department is out here.
Outside your house?
Yeah.
Wait, are you in an apartment or an actual house?
I'm in an apartment.
Well, I mean, if you need to jump out the window, let me know.
I'll try my apartment good.
He's like, what the hell?
Because I just saw red lights. I just saw red lights.
That's why I have blackout curtains, so hopefully I don't die. I live on the third floor. But I I have to say Marisol's vajayjay is problematic in that if you look at all this destruction,
I mean, her hot box did cause a lot of
it
destruction.
did. Even with it even messed up Ray and Dexter's lives if you really think about it. So
It did. They both fighting each other. And have
yeah,
y'all noticed? Maggie is the only one with two dads, and Mel has none but one.
true. This comment is so true. Chloe be that girl at work who doesn't know anything but ends up being the boss. Yep.
That is
Yep.
true. That is true.
Yep. Maria's the Iron Maiden. Of course, she left an impression in bed. Even Ruby got hooked on that kiss. Look, Mel was like, changed my life. I don't care if I'm a charm one or not. I'm done.
I'm telling you, look, Mel.
Yeah. I really wish Swan could have been in the season more. Me too.
Well, at least we know she dating Ruby.
Is she? Kenny Lowe, no, that's very bad. Okay, this is the start of your.
I told Leak, and I told you you've been dragging me the whole time.
I mean, the truth shall set you free. Cheating is the Vera specialty, like mother, like daughter, is very true.
And that's so funny. All of them did.
Macy has never ... Well, no. No, she wasn't done with Julian when she hopped on Harry. Oh no, baby. When she saw Harry pseudo making out with Abby when they were talking, she went with Julian to Colorado, and then was still flirting with Harry, and then got with Harry, and then was still literally had a ring from Julian. She treated Julian like whole ass trash. So they might be on fire.
No, it like it's the rescue team.
I mean, the spell Maggie used was in Latinized. Yeah, I figured that out later. But thank you. This would have helped me if I looked at the comments earlier. Like, anybody else get some Alice in Wonderland vibes? Absolutely.
Oh, we did.
And Alice in Wonderland. We have all kinds. Like I said, we had all types of references to different fairy tales in here. Leave Moxie be. I thought the Book of Shadows only obeyed the charm ones, but look like anyone can use it. I'm telling you, it's magical Siri. It is literally. I don't get it. I don't know why. But actually, I feel like it was magical Alexa. Alexa's faster than Siri. Alexa doesn't ask any questions. She's like, "Would you like me to spell that for you?"
Siri is like, "I have no idea. I'm not programmed. Let me get the programming and then I tell you."
Alexa, they're like, "Alexa, how do I stop the destruction of the sisterhood?" Well, according to my knowledge, I'm like, normally you don't know. But since you have main character insurance, I'm like, you should be fine. Unless one of you does not re-sign your contract with the CW network, you will be entitled to live a very long life as a charm one.
You know what? I want to get Alexa and ask her that question now. You make me want to ask that question.
Oh, Alexa's crazy. Sometimes Alexa starts talking to me even when I don't ask her anything. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, you're lonely, right? Maybe. Okay, cool. Why couldn't Maggie just get a premonition? Thank you.
I know.
Also, why not use the spell Macy used to go in her head? Because, well, I feel like they don't understand their own shit half the time. So, but it's a.
I told you if Mel would stay out of her hot box, and because before I'm starting. Well, no, it's kind of different. They're not doing what they did to Macy to Mel. Mel is just a hot slut, but at least she's not putting all of her energy into one person. She's just throwing it everywhere.
Yeah, well,
anybody that wants it, she'll give it.
Exactly. Everybody's giving out the hot pot. The charm ones are generational, not hereditary. So all the witches on the planet have this spell or spells. I mean, the next generation could be in Ethiopia or Thailand, probably not, which is fine. But that just means that there's nothing special about being a charm one. It just means whoever drunk the cup first, basically. It's interesting. It is very interesting.
I wish it would have still kind of. Well, it's still connected to Melinda Warren, but I mean the way they did it. it would
I
have been.
still don't understand how it's connected to Melinda now, because Melinda she started the charm line.
She started
in the OG,
line.
but she didn't start the charm line in this. There's no.
Oh,
there's
it
no
was the
need for
9.
Melinda.
Yeah, I forgot. We talked about that. That was a retcon.
Yep. So there's no reason. There's absolutely no reason to even talk about her, because apparently she's just some random person in their damn book. They don't. They don't even actually ask any questions
to the OG
about
Charmed, how it first started.
Yep, they're like, we don't need to know anything. Don't ask us questions about Melinda. Like, all right, whatever. This episode kind of reminded me of Malice in Wonderland in season 8 from OG Charmed. I can see that. I'm
gonna have to go back and watch that one.
Okay. Charmed is worse than other CW show, and considered the worst show ever. That's not true.
That's not true.
Not at all. Trust me.
I saw that.
In the game 1, 2, 3. I mean, I don't have time to educate you right now because we're over 2 hours, but I will tell you that is absolutely not true. I can give you a list of shows that are worse.
Naomi, Flash.
Naomi had potential. Guys, when I talk about Naomi, you guys are gonna probably hit me. Because it's coming. I have to do it. And the Flash is coming. I'm gonna make fun of the Flash. I won't make you too mad, but yeah, I got some shit to say about the Flash.
I told you I love Flash in season 2. When Barry ran up that building into the time portal, into that warp hole, that's where I stuck. I'm still there. I ain't been back since.
I don't blame you. I wish I stayed in there. Some siblings aren't that close, sadly. Yeah. See, I don't want to break into the problems that I have right now with the Flash, because people will be like, I don't feel like running today. Make me have some issues. They lost the budget for premonition powers. How? Oh, film something and then slice it in, throw a grain over it, and it's a damn Flash. It doesn't.
That don't even take that much. That shouldn't even take no budget for that.
That's a 10-minute edit. I'm like, that don't make any damn sense. Oh, Lordy. Hell, you don't even have to show the premonition. She could be like, I see.
Because you notice they stopped doing that with Phoebe. And you notice they stopped doing that with Phoebe in season 8. Phoebe would have a premonition, and you couldn't even know, you wouldn't even know she had one.
You don't even need to see it. So, yeah. She should have been able to see the past too. She's seen it before, so it's like, huh? Yeah, like I said, it's because somebody forgot to tell them what their powers were. They're like, they're even confused. I'm like, that's pretty much what it is.
Well, the actors can only do what they are given.
I like that. That could have shook the camera, or just did what Phoebe closed her eyes and was shook it and cut a scene and add a filter. Exactly. That's what you do. That's what premonition is. One of the easiest effing powers besides freezing a room you can ever do. So, and all you gotta do when you freeze is literally crop the person out, like do it on a green screen. You don't even have to do it as 2 separate, shots. You could have that person on a green screen, really well lit, have a separate camera for the back, and then crop the person out, freeze it, pop their ass right back in. Guess what? They moving and nobody in the background is. Very easy to do. Very easy to do.
And that's what I said when Mel uses her freeze powers. You ain't even got to crop them out. You ain't even got to put the green screen. Just don't do that. But
I just feel like it's just lazy. They were like, you know what? We're probably still working from home most of the time. I'm in my underwear. I'm not doing all that. Justice for Jordan. Justice for Jordan. Absolutely. Harry's only on the Gary Show. The Harry Show, you mean? I like that. I want him to be on the Gary Show. I need to figure out who Gary is, but I want him to be on the Gary Show.
I was going to say, who Gary?
He meant the Harry Show. He probably is. Harry got his own separate story. Yeah, he thinks he does. He doesn't. Harry has been fired.
That's why he acted like a prig.
Yeah, well, at least we know Kayla is the only charm one who got activated from Macy's stem cells. That's it's just weird. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Just make him an elder and send Harry away for good if he's useless. Who's he gonna be an elder with? Celeste Richard. She's not coming back.
I know she ain't coming back.
He's gonna be the only elder on the council. He's like, I elder, me, myself, and I have decided.
He's an elder with no damn powers. How about that?
Yep.
Because you can't be an elder without some powers.
Look at this one. When Chloe said, think of something happy to get your wings, Maggie's first thought was seeing Macy dying, looking a mess. I'm gonna jump into a magic tree.
Man, that is so messed up. When I saw that, I was like, really? That was I didn't even think, I knew what we saw, but I didn't correlate that to a happy thought. I was just like,
Well, okay, so my good boy Eloy is going to do this review tomorrow. And he's gonna retcon probably everything that I'm saying. Because one thing I love is he is the yin to my yang. Where I call shit out, he is completely accepting of it. So I'm like, and that it's just really funny to me. And so you saying that right there just made my day. It just made my day because some people just don't see it. I don't know why.
I did. I mean, I saw the, I couldn't help but to see it. But I didn't think about it being, a happy thought of her going into the damn tree. And then we turn around and she gets, because, her face was like supposed to be sad when, she saw Macy. But then when she saw Kayla, she chipped, she got so happy. She got giddy, and then the wings just popped out. Like, really?
Yep. I was like, wow. Well, F you, Macy, seriously. I miss you so much, Macy, except for right now when I want to be happy and fly. A lot of people having their emotional breakthroughs at the wrong time. I'm telling you.
That's what it is.
Like, I'm stuck in this hole, but you can't help me.
I'm going to say this. They should have and to give Maggie that vision, they should have gave the season one, when they first came out to college and Macy had her and Mel on their arm and walking like that. That should have been her happiest moment. Not Macy going into the damn tree.
Yeah. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Like I said, I don't like there's so many moments where you just like, are you picking this moment right now to do this? Like, we don't need to have this happening right now. This is a discussion for later while we have our fake alcohol or our tea. Leave us alone. The fact that that 5 other people got Macy's stem cells. Yep. So and again, I gotta say this too, which doesn't make sense. If we're talking about crossing DNA, her DNA was altered by a necromancer.
Yeah.
So then why aren't the other people part demon?
Well, they were saying that Kayla was supposed to have some demon cells in her because of that.
I mean, everybody that has these stem cells should, because Macy's body died when she was a baby. It was revived with necromancer blood, which makes her essentially not really human.
Yeah, but you know what?
So
who's to say they would have came in season 5? They probably would have used that, and
probably. I mean, they would need to, because if you expect me to believe that Kayla is related to them through basically getting a donation of stem cells, then I will also believe that the other people in the 5 other people also got the necromancer side of her, because she donated those cells before she even met Mel.
Well, they probably killed Kayla off and did one of them step up as again.
Yep, they're like, you are now the new charm one. Why? Because you're the second one to act. They're like sleeper charmed agents.
I told you, man. And see, it would be so easy if they just did that with Marisol. She would just have like some backup children somewhere in the freezer, and then just Mel would have used her time, her speed up ability to age them to the age where they need to be.
True. Maggie cares about fixing this relationship other than death. I mean, I really don't. At this point, Maggie's a conundrum to me. Like, she really.
Maggie don't even know what she wants to do.
She's trying to be somebody who is healthy. She's trying to use that psychology degree she's been earning, but she's doing it at the really very inappropriate time. So I don't know. I've been watching too much Buffy because I don't understand how they had the same time slot for episodes that could tell more story in the show, more action.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah. Poor Chloe. Her family is dropping like flies. Yeah.
She's the only one left.
She really is, unless she has another sister. No, what's funny is that her sisters could have all been charmed ones. That would be funny as hell. No one has their priorities in order. They have one priority in order.
And that's not being that's being on every rod they can find. And Mel getting beer bottles thrown at her. So, yeah.
Sean said, why not just use the earbuds that Macy invented? And how the hell does the CIA have to travel into memory spells make it make sense? See, I already figured this out. They don't have the budget to make the earbuds move, so they aren't doing that. They're not.
That's why they got canceled, because of the fact they were, CW being too cheap.
Yep, and just I'm gonna say this to you: having the CAI tech in their ears makes perfect sense because remember the earwigs in the Avengers movie?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them didn't even have them in, and they were still talking to each other. So I mean,
Oh my
the
god.
MCU started that ball. They were like, if the MCU can do it and make billions, so we can do it
So
too.
we can do it too.
Yep.
Well, at least they did put something in their ear to make it seem like they were talking to them. So
True. I want to see the side story of the adventures of Nico. So do I. I think that would be cool. I'm skimming down, guys.
We'll need mail.
Yeah, I'm skimming down really quickly because I know I'm gonna skip some. So if I skip it, please post it below. Macy deserves better, and you only seen Kayla for like a few weeks. Or no, now I see favoritism from Maggie. Yep. Harry, what are we gonna do with you? Nothing.
Nothing.
We're gonna leave him alone. And Shani clearly is a manifestation witch. Yeah, because she conjured up.
I thought she had the power of not manifestation. I said it in my review. I think I said either not premonition. What did I say she had? Conjuring. That's what I said. I thought she was a conjuring witch.
It could be. She's a cool witch that gives people drugs without consent. Let's sacrifice Harry to the lost.
You know what? I would sacrifice Harry and give him drugs without consent.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, like at least you were realizing it's without consent, so I'm completely okay with that. The gag would be Alyssa came back just to spite Rose and Holly. That would be fun.
I saw that. I died laughing. I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, little Melinda can melt stuff in orb. Okay, gotcha. Why was she able to orb if the dad didn't have his white lighter powers before she was born? I could see Chris and Wyatt. That doesn't make any sense.
That make no sense. Either.
Yeah, may I miss Blockbuster? I know we talked about that on another stream. I absolutely love Blockbuster. Yep. I like that her name was Inara. That's been one of my favorite names since Firefly. You know, because the Madams of the Night were respectable in that series.
Oh, the Madams of the Night.
Yeah, that's what they were. When you are a lady of the evening, that was actually considered a high honor.
Looked like she was one of them. I mean, look how she was dressed. Lika is so crazy.
Macy went through the fire to be a Vera, but Kayla just slid right in like butter. I mean, it's bad when you don't have to do anything.
Man, that is hilarious.
Harry needs to go to perfect that court and be judged. Yes.
Oh, throw the book at him.
Well, in the comics, which are canon, Phoebe has 3 daughters, and the Angel of Destiny said that if their kids inherit the power of 3, it would be naturally. I mean, that's fine. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it was the Hallowells, though.
Yeah, it would have. I mean, but see, the funny thing is
Hallowell. Sorry, I think when I said the Hallowells, what I mean is I think it's Piper's kids that ended up being because Wyatt is like OP as shit.
And Chris is right next to him, but he only
and then they have Melinda. There are 3 kids. There's 2 boys and a girl. Because Melinda's, you see her in the series finale, you see their daughter. Melinda Hallowell has telekinetic powers and orbing. I just don't understand the orbing in that. Now,
I know.
I see why people call Harry every other name but his own on the internet. Yep. You're not a charm one if you don't lose a lover. You're not a charm one if you don't actually do things. Well, you're not a charm one if you start protecting the magical community. Horror movie rule: you don't run over the specter in the road. Hell, you don't drive down the road and with like wooded areas by yourself in the first damn place.
That is so true.
Seriously, you have powers. You didn't have to drive that bus. Melinda Warren has telekinesis. Melinda Hall. Hallowell, sorry. They kind of spaced out, so I got
he spaced it out.
Leo's daughter does not. She has telekinetic orbing and hovering power. So I just need to understand why she has telekinetic orbing if her dad was not a white lighter or an elder anymore and did not have the powers when she was conceived.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
She should be mortal and only have one set of abilities.
Yeah, and if somebody argues me down on that, then I will say, okay, then nobody better say shit when I said in Superman Returns that kid should not be part Kryptonian because that baby was conceived in Superman 2 and when he was in the chamber and removed his DNA, Kryptonian DNA. So same thing. Kayla probably didn't want to deal with magic. Kayla don't want to deal with anything because Devin said she's done. She is done. And I love the art paint on her bus. I do too.
Yeah.
Drugging someone isn't right. Still.
Lincoln, I told you this.
I have a feeling she was cursed to be immortal. Yeah, that's what happened with her. The Melinda Warren had all 3 powers. That's what I thought.
Yeah, she did.
Kenny's so wrong. Teach him a look. I gotta teach you. It's all caps. I gotta do it.
I told you, Lincoln has been dragging me the whole night.
We're gonna review Ken's ethics after charm ends.
I saw that too, Luke. I had already told you, Mr. Luke, we gonna have some problems.
Yeah, Jada is going to vex or hex you though.
See, I told you they've been talking.
I mean, if we gotta bring Jada back, that's a really good reason. I'm just saying. I can't believe Crisis on Infinite Earths affected Charm too. I mean, that was a really shit news there, so that makes sense. That makes sense. And the reboots book Marisol took from her fam, so like that book just may have been blessed, charmed, or that passed down from fam. It's messing with my brain with their link to the charm line. It messes with everybody's brain. I think that they did not think that through when they showed that in the pilot, but they might have actually been going somewhere with it. But then they got new showrunners and they just never did anything. Crescent of Infinite Earth was the death of the Arrowverse. I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, that was a shit serious. Oh my God! I had bestowed with great power.
I had thought about coming back when I saw Infinite Crisis. I thought about looking at that, looking at all 5 episodes, but I was like, oh hell no! I mean, they brought everybody in, and I'm like, so you need to tell me Barry couldn't handle this by himself? He needed the whole Arrowverse. They didn't even bring Superman.
Well, the original Crisis on Infinite Earth comic run, it was actually the Flash and Supergirl that ended up dying.
Oh, okay.
So, but because they had 2 of the shows on the network, they switched it up.
So why didn't they just kill
Green Arrow? Let me tell you this: Green Arrow was never in danger, because he's always been a C-stringer in the comics. So he has some cool like mini series on and runs in his own comic. But when it comes up to putting him in with the rest of the Justice League, he's always like the 3rd or 4th person of 4th team or the G team that gets called when everybody else falls. So
he's just Gage 3.
He's pretty much if he's on the debate team, he's an alternate. Another name for the Source is the Sacred Flame. I agree with that. How does the Source and the Tree coexist? Both are sources of magic. Well, remember they revived the tree in season 3 with the Source, so I guess they really are the same now. But like Ray said, the Source is inside the tree.
Yeah.
Aren't the original Charm ones older than the Perfecti? You would think so.
You would think so. Yeah.
Once she drinks the souls, the Charm ones lost their powers. So tired. So tired of that crap. So I'm trying to scroll down because I know I'm getting to the end. I'm getting Legend of Korra Book 2 flashbacks.
Well, look, I got the whole DVD set if you want to look at it with me.
I have the whole Blu-ray set. I have all of the comics that continued after the series. I just pre-ordered the new one coming out in October. I have the Pop doll. Oh no, I love Korra. Look, baby. I even have a Naga plushie.
Oh yeah, I remember you brought Naga out the custody.
I got my Naga. I need Naga for support because my dog can't fit on this table. Might have put my dog on there. My dog might lose his damn mind though. So.
She brought Naga out last week to chastise me for something we said on I Say It.
Because Naga is my support system. Naga understands me. A polar dog is intelligent. Okay, polar bear dogs are awesome.
I know. I want Appa.
Appa's cool too, but Appa makes me sad. I always feel like he's being enslaved at all times. When Naga's like, "Come get me, bitch. See what happened." Well, the 3rd one did go wrong, trying to give everyone magic. If I can't even handle guns, let alone fireballs or sound balls.
Oh damn.
Oh Lord. Joe explained the tree is a natural source of power, whereas the Source was created. Well, I mean, the Black Ember makes no sense now. I'm just saying.
Basically.
I mean, that's something that I need to understand this, guys. I need to understand why we are sitting here talking about the fact that the Black Amber gives the Charm Ones all of this power and, actually was able to restore their powers, right? But why? All they had to do was drink out the Unity Bowl.
Well, we didn't know about the Unity Bowl back then.
Well, but see, sweetie, we should have known because now it makes no sense. We've retconned the Black Amber in the tree, right? We keep mentioning the tree, but now that we know we just needed to have the Unity Bowl, then what was the damn point?
Well, you remember you said the new showrunners had to come in and try to fix everything that was shithole about season 2 and 3 that was made no sense. So they tried to retcon the Black Ember because it really did make no sense if you think about it.
No. It doesn't. I've been saying this stuff forever. I'm like, I don't understand how we have all of these things built up. Like, this is the black amber. This is the source of your power. Blah blah. This tree is in safe space for. I have no idea why. Conveniently, it's in safe space.
And that huge room with that big old damn tree in it.
Yep. I mean, I can only think that that's why the elders built the command center there, and I can only think that the command center was named the command center because they were Power Ranger fans. But I don't understand now what to think about the black amber, because obviously we don't effing need it. No. We don't need it. No. So I don't know. It's just weird. And then now, are they going to go try and get in touch with the black amber to try and get some powers back? Because if the source's power is in the tree, but she drank the souls from the Unity Bowl, then what does that mean for the source's power in the tree? Because that's where they put the power into the source. The source is in the tree, Garibaisha. So if that's in the tree with the black amber, then what is she drinking in the Unity Bowl?
Souls.
But I'm confused. If you're drinking the souls, the 9 tribes representatives or whatever gave up their powers. So the powers were already sealed in the source, and the source is in the tree. So are you just drinking these powerless souls of the 9? That doesn't make any sense.
Because what I'm thinking, what they did is because Inara probably still have her powers, but with the souls but since they gave up their souls. Look, child, I'm sleeping. I don't know. Don't ask me. Look, I've been to give you some off the wall kind of explanation, and you be like, Kenny.
Yeah, well, look, we're almost to the bottom now, but I'm making some sense out to somebody. I think Inara did care about Ishani and Ishta because her voice cracked when she spoke with her. She was mad.
Oh, she was mad.
Yep, she was mad. This show's getting more interesting with every episode. Yes. Inora is the evil one. Laugh out, Maria. You choosing the wrong side. I haven't chosen any side. I'm just telling you what I've observed. I'm not choosing sides because you guys forget. I keep reminding you. I guess I'm gonna have to do a refresher. Maria does not exist in this universe because Maria has sense. So no, I would not exist in the Charm universe. I'd be making sense, and they would probably try and bury me alive. Be like, well, she's talking to smack, trying to save some lives, and they don't got time for that. We need plot holes. So that's what it is. Anar was going to end life, as we know, giving everyone a nuke. Humanity can't handle that. Look at us, we're super flawed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just give me and Maria 2 of the powers of 3. We'll find the third one to go with us.
Ray, it's like when Destiny's Child does a bunch of solo projects, then do a group album. I'm done with you.
Oh my God, Ray, you know. Ray, you know the Beehive is coming after you for that one.
Yeah, I totally agree with you both. Season 1 is always going to be the best. I wish they did not kill off Gavin. Yeah, there was so much. I'm telling you, there was so much.
Man, it was so much. Because if Gavin never died, we would have never had Hasty, and I would have loved that.
Yeah, we would have had Havin. Is it Mavin? I would be Mac.
Probably Mavin. Yeah.
Mackin.
Mavin. I would have loved that because they made a better couple than.
Well, see, me and River's name is we are Maver, like River, Maria and River, Maver. That was on our wedding. Our hashtag wedding name was hashtag Maver.
Well, you already
gotta have your name. Look. Gotta do it. Gotta have. You're not real without a hashtag. Maria, I need you to be Wonder Woman. Kennilo'sTV can be Green Lantern. Johns and River can be Green Arrow.
Oh wow! Well, I love to be the Green Lantern. But the only thing about the Green Lantern is
River cannot be Green Arrow. No, River has to be somebody that Wonder Woman can bang. Oh God! In every universe, we are together. I keep telling you guys I'm obsessed with my spouse. I don't know why you kept trying to separate us all the damn time, Ray. Did it earlier in another stream too. Why are you doing this? He was like, you be Rogue and River will be Cyclops and Groove will be Gambit. I'm like, no. Wait, what? In what universe is Rogue getting on with Cyclops? No.
Not. And, I mean, Cyclops is too much of a whip to take on with Rogue.
Most people are actually. Yeah, but now I'm like, if River's not Gambit, then I guess This would be the first time Cyclops got lucky. Canada, I think they are on the original power tracks. The new powers with the Black Amber, after witches are not connected. Their new powers. That's just, man,
it just still makes no sense.
I can't. That hurts my head. Harry's blowing smoke. He blowing something. What is you were trapped in Blockbuster and infinite VHS tapes and snacks, but you only had a DVD player for eternity? Then you're SOL. That's what I was saying. That's funny as hell.
Yeah.
That is.
You might as well just go ahead and commit, cyber SID. I'm just saying like that because that's just.
Yep. Maybe only demons still have powers.
They probably.
Funny as hell. Everybody's screwed. I don't think all magic are gone. I think the power has charms are gone because it was directly connected to the 9 tribes as the source of the power of 3. But I mean, it should be in the tree. This is gonna bother me, guys. I'm bothered. I am bothered. Imagine Roxy wakes up and it's only been 7 hours.
Oh God!
Like, surprise, bitch!
Poor man. She was like, "Oh my God!" But see, you got to remember, even if when things go back to normal, it's only been 7 hours. Now she wakes up, the powers go back to normal. Her ass is back down in that coffin. So she probably is like, "I'm back, bitches."
Yeah. Well, I like her new name, Iron Cicada. She sounds like a wrestler.
I like Iron Maiden.
Fellas say button to open the coffin from the inside. Let me do another one. No, Kenny, no.
Y'all still messing with me about that.
Kenny, if you drank a roofie drink and I didn't know it was roofie, that's my fault. Yep, that's true.
I told you, Lincoln has been dragging me the whole night. Him, Luke, Ray, everybody had it.
And they needed to. I love this. Kenny level beyond Dexter. Absolutely. Why everyone trying to slip something that Kayla's drinking food? What's happening? Non-consensual stuff is what's happening. Let me go back to teaching Maria and Kenny. No defense for you. Thank you. In a court of law, you wrong. Wrong. But consent is to understand and know what you're consenting to is what. Thank you, Luke. Hashtag you are correct. Hashtag Kenny is wrong. Kenny Low, you can put something in people's food and beverage and not tell them that is wrong. Thank you. What's the theme of that? Wrong, Kenny. Nobody go get Halloween candy. Kenny. I'm telling you. Don't knock on that door.
I don't even buy Halloween candy.
Kenny, you're gonna be in that class learning this lesson for a while. Yep.
I know, I know.
Every morning, I'm gonna get River to do it. I'm gonna have River for you every day about consent. He said not the Bill Cosby defense.
Oh no, actually, Bill Cosby came out and said what he did. He admitted to what he did. I mean,
again. Do I have to go back and say let's start a review series and Ken's understanding about ethics? Are we gonna do that?
No.
I ain't taking nothing made by Kenny. Drugging 101.
Y'all know good well I will.
He said, "Level, she dressed like it, or she deserved it, Kenny." Maria, don't eat the pies over there. Well, I'm gluten intolerant. That's not gonna be a problem. Like in The Help, did the woman consent to poo pie? They'll ate it without knowing it's poo pie. No, because she ain't understanding it's a food pie, not a poo pie.
That ain't my fault. I'm sorry.
Kenny is lacing stuff. Party at Kenny's. I love this. How is this a normal question before dinner? Wasn't expecting the conversation to veer off in this direct. Nobody was.
It's my fault that this comes. Y'all need to go to talk to CW. I didn't have nothing to do with this situation.
Hold up, Maria. Don't take his Tylenol. It'll be that lean. Jada hex him. Jada coming for you. I love this. Intent. Look at that. Intent is not consent. What? Say it again. Say it loud, proud.
What? Y'all about to make me gonna take some Tylenol because hell, y'all got my back, my sides, my head.
We almost
everything.
done. Justice now, consequences now. Yeah. Kenny and all caps. That's so bad.
No, it's not.
Look at. Do you see these? Look at these. Look at these skulls. All for you.
Ray, now you know.
No. This ain't the blue pill, red pill. It's not. More skulls. Protect your brand, Maria. I'm telling you. You think I disclaimer that approach to there does not support any form of
I don't support it either. I do not support it. I was just seeing what I saw on television.
I see someone putting the implication into effect.
I was not doing that. Thank you.
Kenny don't know permission. Kenny, you know you open yourself up to this, right? You know this is all your fault. I can't save you, man. I tried to give you an out, and then you just dug your own grave. I can't help you.
See, the Charm writers wrote this. I had no control over what they wrote. I just come in on what they did. I'm just saying.
Consent, Kenny, is something you should understand, regardless of what is written in a script. Consent. I need you to understand the difference.
Well, Kayla, let me say you this, darling. Don't take nothing from Ishari again, because if you do, then it's on you.
That's okay. So you know the saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So if she knew it was in there and then she did it, then yes, she technically consented to being a dumbass. But if she did not know and she took it, that is not giving consent. And if they gave her something else and said, oh, girl, you're fine, I must have gave you a bad one, and she took it, and then she still got drugged, that still is not her fault because she was lied to. So it depends on the situation. But the initial transaction, not consensual. Hey. You're going to need a safe space. Keep playing. Let's see here. The page threw it out the window, though. She did throw the book of shadows out the window. She really did.
Sure did.
I'm like,
she made sure nobody was looking when she did it, and they got the hell out of Dodge when she did it.
I just want to know what kind of. See, people don't realize the most magical thing on Charmed, like the new Charmed, is safe space.
It is.
It is, because nobody's paying for shit. I don't know what's happening in that place. I don't get it.
Maria, I was thinking you. I
don't get it. The doors Maria is opening on educating men on consent. And I shouldn't have to.
Look, I know what consent means. It's not like something. Well, continue.
Sir.
Continue.
Anyway. Also, with Kayla getting the stem cells, this means she's also part demon. That's what I've been saying. That is what I've been saying. What do you think about the report that there was a season 5? They would have explored Kayla's potential demon powers due to Macy's stem cells. I think that would have been absolutely awesome. And she would have been really pissed off knowing that she was half demon and part demon.
She'd be like, why I got fire coming out of me? Well, you're half demon.
Kenny got to grow hair now if he plays Kayla. No, he don't. No, he does not.
I go buy a wig and braid it up.
You'll do all that. We're gender bending the voice actor, so I think it's gonna be funny.
Right. That's right.
Yep. Kenny needs to do Kayla's toothbrush scene after Maggie and Mel walked up. Hey, toothbrush my foot.
Now you wrong for that, Ray.
Maria, I need your voice for my Alexa. Yeah, Maria, make a good Alexa Siri. Thank you. All these years practicing this voiceover stuff, over 20-something years, I think I've gotten the hang of how to do it. Let's see here. Get the belt. I got to get the belt.
I saw when Jed said that. I was like, really?
Yeah, Ruby had the friends on Mel. So happy for her to move in and leave her alone. I mean... I will tell you, the best part was that look on her face when Mel was proposing to her, and she's like, "No."
It was so that I was like, really? I was like, oh my God. And then she said, even if you proposed to me today, I would still say no. I was like, dang.
Yeah, that's true. Sean traded up her girl as a city council man. Wasn't Mel dating a bartender? No, Mel was a bartender. I think Ruby was a bartender too, if I'm not mistaken, when they first met.
Yeah, she was the bartender too.
Yep. I wonder if they had to get Ishta out of the true and reunite her with Ashani to mend their sisterhood with Anara. So all three got to finally cross over. That might be what happens in the end. I don't know.
It could
they just need to pull each other's hair and smack the crap out of each other and just get over it. Just saw season 5 of Sailor Moon, which had a very similar original Sailor Guardian becomes corrupted, and I think they're still doing it better than this show. Well, you know, I have all of the live action Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon from Japan series. You want to see somebody go cray cray? Look at Princess Moon.
Oh, I'm gonna tell y'all. Season 5 of the manga was horrific. Y'all think what y'all just saw with Sailor Stars? Y'all think that's tamed compared to what the manga did? Oh,
yeah, yeah, I can see that. Kayla is not related to them. She is a spiritual sister.
Well, we knew that.
Oh, sister souls. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
But Marisol's still a hoe, regardless.
Hashtag justice for Marisol.
And what's so funny? I do like Marisol, even though she ain't have but a good 5 seconds on the damn screen. I do like her.
I mean,
she's just a hoe.
I gotta skim down. Kenny, I do love you, but you gotta learn.
I know. I'm telling y'all.
He says he doesn't have to learn. That's the problem with Kenny. That is what's wrong with him, because he doesn't want to learn. But it's okay, because some people, you just got to non-consensually be in the education. So I got this. It's fine. It's fine. I got it. Let's see.
Now, when I come back black and blue next week, y'all know why.
Next week? You mean tomorrow? Kenny versus Harry in a wrestling match. You're gonna do your stream and be like, why is your eyeball sideways? I'm like, I don't know what happened.
Oh shit, you're right. I do have to do something. Oh God. I know Renee gonna be like, Kenny, what the hell happened to you? I fell on a brick.
Name Anger Grandma. I was making a joke because she made a scar on your arm with a door. Yes, with a door. With a door. I think that's all. I think I just got through all of them, didn't I? I know that I know I skipped a few and I'm sorry. But it's because my eyes are crossing.
Mine too.
I've been busy all day, and I got more stuff tomorrow and Sunday. I got voiceover stuff. I have my Owl House stream tomorrow at 11 Central Standard Time. And then I have a voiceover workshop I have to attend. So tomorrow's gonna be a long day again. Sunday's gonna be a long day. I got voiceover stuff on Sunday, so it's a mess, y'all. It's a mess. Well, Maria, have you ever done the voice car stuff for a food check, like on For a Good Time Call? I love that movie. I don't think I know what that is. What do you mean? Like, have you voice car stuff for a food check? If I knew what that was, I would do it. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I like pretending to be operators. You know, when somebody calls you, ring, 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 and you want to talk to them. I'm sorry. The number you have reached has been disconnected. Or probably doesn't want to fucking talk to you. Please never call again. The number you have reached. Stop calling me. Do not take his call at this time.
I know not to call you.
I wouldn't do that to you. You call me and be like, I'm sorry. I don't know if my mom's at home or anything. So I'm gonna go and ask.
Oh no! Now see, I'm gonna be thrown in jail the next day after.
I'm like, give me 1 second, okay? Some strange man's on the phone and he won't go away, and I know what's happening.
I will be thrown in jail after that, and that will be. And Maria be like, bye, bitches.
Like, the girl on the phone, don't you call me no more. Here I'm with you.
Oh my God, y'all, we be acting a fool over here. Oh my goodness.
I mean, look, we're not acting.
Look, see, that's what you deserve.
Why are you saying we're acting fools when we're just whole ass fools? I
think that is true. But let me get on Luke for this, because Luke, you deserve what you just get it, because you did this to me all night. So you know what? Karma is
Hey, Luke.
good.
No, it's fine. You are my champion, sir. You are on the right track. Don't fall down the path of evil with Kenny here. All right.
No,
So,
did you see the comment? Did you see the comment that I'm fussing at him about?
which one?
The very last.
Where he says that he can't breathe. I mean,
I ain't been able to breathe all night because I've been laughing at Maria.
well, it's okay because we're about to go to sleep now. Well, actually, I'm gonna. What time is it? It is like, oh, it's 11:50. I gotta look. My baby misses me. I have to go spend time with my spouse. I ain't got time for you, Kenny. So what's gonna happen now?
Carlos is knocked out. I gotta go ahead and check my blood. I probably need to raise it before I go to sleep, laughing at your crazy butt.
I don't know why. Why I gotta be crazy?
Because I'm crazy too. So we both crazy.
Yeah. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, guys, thank you for hanging out with our almost 3 hours straight. I don't know why this keeps happening.
Kenny. And somebody told me, "Oh, Kenny, we're not gonna do 3 hours. I promise. It's gonna be only an hour and a half."
I know. It's because you talk so much about, and you didn't understand consent. I had to take time out of this review.
Like, we're gonna talk about this on Marco Polo tomorrow. We're gonna talk about this.
Anyway, it already is tomorrow for you. So anyway,
it's so true. That is so
it's
true.
So true. All right, guys, I will see you at my 11 o'clock tomorrow, which is about the Owl House. So it'll be about 45 minutes, I promise.
The hell it will be, y'all. I would have been to did my hour video. Come in and Maria's still going to be like 3 hours later. I'm like, well, damn, I thought you said.
No, see, my lovely spouse just walked by, and see, that's normally the case. I had to get the hell off of the stream. So and River is very supportive, but it's not my fault. It's Kenny's, right, River?
Hold on, don't do not blame me. I'm not the one that pressed the button.
River, did you hear the consent chat? You might need to get on Marco Polo and talk to this fool because he doesn't understand the definition. Just letting you know.
Look, I understand because I just said if she ate it.
So, guys, if it is night for you, have a good night. If it's day for you, have a good day. And we will see you in the next stream, which for me will be 11 o'clock a.m. Make sure to like and subscribe to Kennilo'sTV. He does have a very good channel, but he obviously needs support because he's a little touched in the head. So make sure you like and subscribe to all of that stuff. If you have more things to talk about with Charm, make sure you post it in the comment section below. We love you. Have a good night, and we will see you. Say goodbye, Kenny.